Welcome to Champagne Football Lemonade Banter. This season is brought to you by the Lightweight Athletic Club.
Whatever you're watching us on, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Right, welcome back to Champagne Football Round 24 review. Joined today with the Estee Raiders boys, Jordi Figon and Gordon Liboya.
Yep.
Class?
Is easy. Yeah.
Gauze is easy, aye.
Well,
Well,
easier. Thanks for coming on,
How's
Jess.
it going, lads?
Not much.
Again?
Again, Jordi.
Good to see you, and always good to catch up with you boys.
Aye, right.
Thanks,
One of our most watched episodes you had, mate.
Yeah, like to be honest, the feedback blew me away, man. Like,
Oh, right, okay.
yeah, some old players, old teammates, people that I played against, fathers of kids that I played against, reaching out and thanking me for opening up a little bit, but because of what you guys built, it allowed me to do that. So I think my thank yous also to you boys for allowing that to happen, and hopefully it changed someone.
Aye, I'm sure it did, mate. Aye, we got a lot of similar feedback, mate. People saying, probably
Yeah,
to have you
yeah,
on.
yeah,
That was about a year ago, wasn't it? Must have been close to a year ago.
Yeah,
Yeah. Around the similar time.
Yeah, similar time last year.
Similar time.
Aye, quality. How are you, Chaz?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. What do you want to talk about today, mate?
What?
What do you want to talk about today?
Football for a change, mate.
Oh, World Cup final.
World Cup
What was
final.
your thoughts on the final?
Ooh, I watched only like properly half an hour. My kids were up early, so I was making
okay.
palachinka and doing their breakfast and stuff. So I was trying to catch a game. It's what I kind of expected. I thought
it's the same,
Argentina was
mate.
going to have sort of like a Croatia approach. We're trying to ride the game out and then play towards the end on the moment. I don't think they were going to open up and play. I thought Spain was going to put a couple of them away early, but didn't, and deservedly, I think they won.
Aye. Oh, I thought the game panned out as expected. Although I did think Argentina would have went for it a wee bit more. But I mean, you could argue the game plan was going to play until Fernandes gets
Fernandes,
sent off.
aye.
What
I
about
think that
fucking
kills him.
the boy after he gets tackled? Flies up.
Aye,
there.
proper somersault.
Aye, mental, man.
Yeah.
Got him good.
I think that again, I was talking to Jordi about this. I love Argentina just because of how they approach football. Like, they're so aggressive and they're horrible, and like obviously it leads to moments like Enzo Fernandez where it boils over. But I just love that side of football.
Aye, I think
It's not much of it anymore.
there's two sides of football. That was like Spaniels just controlling
Aye.
the ball. Like, it's ridiculous how good they are on the ball.
That's so good, man.
As soon as they went to 10 men, like Argentina, it was very, other than that last chance at the very, very end, which is always going to happen, and Spain are sort of protecting that last minute, but can't get near them.
I know.
They're so good.
Too
on the ball.
good.
That's what they were waiting for, man. They were just waiting for that one moment to score. And you thought, but second half of extra time, it might have came, but they got one pretty quickly.
It was also, I don't know if you guys picked this up, it was interesting that I only realised it's like, I think semi-final, they didn't have a single Real Madrid player in the whole entire World Cup squad for the first time in history.
Oh, wow.
And the only one that was going to be a Real Madrid player was Cucurella, because he only signed during the World Cup.
Yeah.
Which it blew my mind. I was like, what do you
That
mean?
is
Every
crazy.
other
Yeah,
year,
it's-
they're like 4 or 5 at least. There wasn't a single one. He
That's
went
mental.
for a couple of Barca players and just sort of all over, like a collective unit type thing. And he explained, like, in the final, we brought on 2 or 3 blokes who didn't kick a ball until the final.
Yeah.
There was a centre back that he brought on, and someone else that just, first minutes, last
World Cup
20 minutes to chase the game. Like,
Wow.
it's just crazy.
But Kabassi, man, was he 17, 18?
Yeah, well, young player of the tournament or something.
Phenomenal, man. Barcelona. I think he's had like 85 appearances for Barcelona.
It's wild, man.
What were you doing at 18, man? Seriously. Fucking hell.
World
World
Cup final.
I was in the bar table, some bar table, snooker table or something. Mental, man. Crazy. Anyway, what have we missed, Chaz, from during the week? Oh,
Sugar Cup.
I was going to say that Sugar Cup, aye.
Apia beat Peninsula Power and used Rochdale Rovers.
How are they?
Hostile Rovers.
How was it? The
A
track?
great experience, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great experience, yeah. I think for the club, for the players, even for us as coaches, it was, a really wholesome trip to get everyone involved. A difficult football game as well, because the players aren't used to the interstate travel, right? So
Yeah.
they get a glimpse of what it's like to be in the professional environment. So they had that to do with that. But, we were so glad we came away with the win, and, we tick another box. First time ever, a round of 16 for the club. So,
Is it drop we made?
sorry?
Nah,
drop.
there's still games. So Sydney
1st of
United.
August, I
Yeah.
think, is
Sydney
the next
United
round.
play Central Coast Mariners on Wednesday, and Sydney Olympic play Brisbane Roar on Thursday.
Some achievement for the club, eh?
Massive, yeah. And to be honest, I was reflecting on this. If you didn't have the experience we had last year, we wouldn't have won this year. Because when you first time at that, for us anyway, last year was, I got there like midday with some players and staff, and then by the time you play at 7:30, you're running around organising things, meeting like local clubs. You forget about football, and then you get into the game like, oh, it's just too much. And club realised that too. So this trip going up, everything was pre-planned. They're like, you're not worrying about anything else but football. The players don't have to worry about anything but walking onto the bus, going to the restaurant to eat, coming back, strapping, walking into the already set up change room, 0 distractions. We're speaking to them. They were like, oh, it was so overwhelming. Like trying to organize everything, sponsors, medical staff, physios, media people. It's crazy how much work goes into it that you just get overwhelmed by all these things you have to juggle on a day. And I felt a little bit gutted for them at the end because I was like, we're in the same spot last year, and we learned from it. And now, even after this one game, like there's already stuff we could do better. Going up like all the boys said, going up that morning of, and then if the flight's delayed, the coach is delayed, you kind of already push back. So they just felt like we're on the run since like 6 o'clock this morning.
It's a shift, man.
Yeah. So it's something to think about. Like if you get another away trip, maybe even though it's going to cost more and it has to be self-funded, like going a day before, it's going to lose like making money for their jobs and stuff. But to be successful, you have to make some sacrifices because like doing that again, if it's somewhere further, it's just going to be like brutal.
Yeah, we did this. We did Queensland with Spirit, and we flew in the morning. Everyone's buzzing in the morning, flying up there, class. We got to the hotel room buzzing, and it's like, okay, it's like now 1 o'clock, game's not till 7:30, and it's like you're hanging around. And then the time we got to like 5 o'clock, it was like an hour on the traffic, rush hour traffic to get to the stadium. There was a proper lull on the bus, like it was getting darker. Just the energy was getting sapped out of the players. Then you got to the pitch and you're forgetting these lads are playing, have just finished work, been in their normal routine, straight to the pitch. It just, I think we lost 2-1 or 3-1 or something like that, but it was just,
it's hard.
The planning was definitely a lesson.
If you think about going away on holiday with your mates, effectively, when you get to the airport, you are buzzing. So if that's at 6 a.m, you're already at that point being really, really high. So it zaps your energy throughout the day. You're buzzing the plane, and as you say, when it gets to game time, you're a wee bit like, it's been a big day.
Definitely was, man. Definitely was.
And congratulations, it's a
credit
good
to
result.
them. Like they were wonderful hosts. Like the day before, they walked us through, gave us full access. They organised a dinner afterwards.
Oh, nice.
Super nice people.
So did you just fly home right after the game?
The next day.
So you just have a night out?
We tried, but that place is dead.
We tried.
There's nothing. Yeah.
Definitely tried. Definitely tried. But we were lucky, man. We went up on Monday, so I'd organised for us to go and spend some time with Brisbane Raw on the Monday, and we were able to, even though we were delayed getting there, we were able to go out and spend a few hours and meet all the coaches and the players and watch their training sessions. We would have been able to sit in a few meetings, but because we were delayed on our flights, we didn't get that chance. But it was really good to see, again, for myself and maybe for Goz for first time, what the setup is like, when the players arrive and they do their prehab and then everything's already out on the pitch and they slowly come out one by one. It definitely gave him some ideas on what we can do better for us and try and implement a bit more of a professional environment so that if we do get players that make the jump at some point, it won't be as big as
what it would be just now.
They would have been exposed to at least a little bit of it.
That's good.
But no, that was a great experience. Great experience for us.
So when is the draw? 1st of August, you say?
1st of August, yeah. Hopefully, home game.
Let's just do a home game. Well, it's good you get a away game off the bat because as a player, you always want an away trip. Now it's done. Okay, now you can try and get a home game.
I think all the players agreed. They were like, "We hope it's a home game." The
pitch is also an advantage, though. Because it is an advantage to you. It's not a straightforward pitch.
To be fair, I think if you draw an A-League club, they probably won't let us play.
They won't let
you
play there.
That was the case last year.
Nah, you won't be able to. No, we had to play Melbourne at Spirit Christie Park.
So we had to play at Fairfield, which I'm assuming we'll probably have to make other arrangements, like if that's the case. But clubs now had a first run of it already, so they'll be a bit more prepared.
Well, if you had Apia, is that a good draw?
Yeah. Well, actually, they reached out after our game and said, look, because we were meant to play them, I think, on the 15th of August. And that's also a date for the Hung Cup as well. You can elect to play on the weekends. And
right,
like,
okay.
well, if we both draw a home game, would we be open to talking to the Football Federation to say if we can move our game between ourselves to a midweek and then play
okay.
And then play the
like
yeah,
a double
okay.
header on that weekend, either at the same venue or alternative venue, because we could probably both draw bigger crowds if it's a weekend.
Yeah,
game,
yeah, definitely.
For the spectacle of the game,
Aye,
and the
100%.
community and stuff. So that's an option like we could explore.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's good.
Class. Right, okay. We'll get anything else, Chaz, before we move on?
Any shocks from the weekend?
Shocks.
Shocks.
No, I mean, I'd say no, not really. No,
Nah, I don't think so either.
nothing really came a shock.
I think the
I think NPL's pretty unpredictable this year. Outside that top three,
So,
yeah. Actually, as much as it's not really a shock, Sydney United getting the result at Marconi, it's big.
it's
Yeah.
big, but I wouldn't say it's a shock.
Yeah, I know. So
Because I mean, did you just tell me that Marconi's loss was to Sydney United?
Yeah.
not.
So it's not that much. I mean, shock. And
This-
Sydney are sitting now, what, 3-4
it's
points
the
off
first
top.
time that Sydney United have beat Marconi twice in a season.
Yeah, that's true too.
Aye, well, I mean, I wouldn't say a shock. I mean, maybe in terms of surprising to some, considering Marconi's record and it's at home, don't
Home as
concede
well.
much, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that surprising.
And then we'll get to it, but Bankstown City Lions,
I was gonna say that five. I don't think it was gonna be a 5-0.
5-0.
Yeah.
Was that against Bulls?
Bullseye.
Yeah.
Bullseye. Oh,
That's a
it
big.
was coming.
Yeah.
It was.
Had to
brewing.
come at some
It seemed
point.
to be-
Aye,
seemed
it
to be
was.
brewing.
It was coming.
Well, look, maybe that's what they need to kick on. A wee bit of belief that they can scud teams
100%.
because that's the first big result they've had in it.
They've
proper.
been very underwhelming.
It's a
But
very-
it just seems like everything's kind of maybe
Clicking in,
coming together. Like what they've been trying to do is
it's a,
close.
You guys know it's a very difficult league, man.
Oh, it is. This
It's
weekend's going to be
incredibly
tasty, man.
this weekend's going to be good.
Tigers
man.
versus Spartans,
Spartans.
and then Bankstown Berries versus Bankstown City.
Bankstown Berries
Yeah.
versus
The top four all playing each other.
MacArthur Rams jumped into fourth.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
into fourth as well.
And that Blacktown and Berries game was a tight game too. It was a 2-1.
2-1,
I
yeah.
saw some
2-1,
highlights and
aye,
stuff.
Spartans scored.
Yeah. Supposedly it was
Berries
just
went up. I think 1-0.
1-0. Yeah, Joe Beatty scored, and then I think supposedly that they had some chances. They were just Bankstown, obviously. Blacktown Spartans have signed well in the window.
Yeah,
Aye.
And I think that's where they said that the quality of chances that they created were just that bit better than the
But the
Berries.
general consensus is that Bankstown Berries are the real deal in it. That's the general consensus. Aye, people have said that it's not like a. They actually look really, really good on the part.
Yeah,
So
I spoke to Jimmy Dimitru, and he said they were good. They were really good.
He's a seasoned coach.
Yeah, I
the
know.
guy's done it all. So like he
Yeah.
knows how to get the best out of players, and his sons like Patrick still gets around the park well. He's got a wonderful foot. Like if you have, obviously them two will control the pitch,
Yeah, yeah.
man. So if you have hard workers around them and people that are busy, you're gonna do well.
Yeah, I was told Gino and Kunis were really good. And that was the
Beacon is
two.
just flying, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
Need Kyra scored, but Kyra
Did he
scored.
score?
Aye,
Fuck, he's a machine, man.
he is a machine.
He's a fucking machine. Right, let's get into the football, mate. Where we starting, Chaz?
Start Sydney FC Manly. Don't know how it finished. Nothing. Did you see the highlights of that game?
I seen the highlights.
Yeah.
Aye.
Don't know how it was nothing.
Nah, no, bigs and big. What about
Siren had a good game and goal for Manly.
the first half? It was all Sydney FC
yeah.
off the highlights, and then a big chance in Manly near the end.
Oh, when the boy slips, Ben Coop ends up through one-on-one.
yeah.
He missed the target.
The keeper was right in his face
I
after
would
that.
have lost it, but I was watching. I'm like, what the disrespect! Here, man.
What's that? He's patting him in the
I was like,
head.
there's no chance you're taking that. You get
He's
up.
wee man, the man has tapped his head. There you go, wee man.
Bad.
Bad.
It was surprised, like soon as he's left his foot, he's hit the deck, he grabbed his head as
Aye.
if like fuck. I don't know if he's just hit it awkwardly or what was happened. Massive
He had
chance.
so much time as well.
Yeah.
Aye. I know.
Um,
And he's a good player. He's an experienced player. I thought he'd finish that, but hey, big, so maybe too much time to think about it.
Well, I suppose it's not really a good result for either side.
Nah. It was one of those ones.
Yeah.
Felt like from me on the sidelines, like
Buzzing with the
I
result.
was like,
Yeah.
please be
Yeah.
a draw. Aye, it's a great result for anyone watching.
And then we'll go Western Sydney Wanderers versus Apia. We'll watch this game finish 5-3 to Apia.
Oh, I was saying this to you, Chaz, yesterday. Like usually those A-League clubs start to slow down a wee bit towards the end of the season, but they don't look like they're going to drop off, do they?
We were hoping the same thing.
It's not.
Not good for us. We still have to blame both of them actually.
We've got Wanderers still.
They seem to be still making it tough for most sides. Some cracking goals in this game as well. In the first half an hour was all Wanderers.
Oh, they got a lot of players that can hurt you.
Aye, they do. Aye.
They like,
And they're
It's a good save, that.
well set up as well. Who's coaching Wanderers just now?
Is
Corey.
Oh, it's Corey Gamero.
Corey Gamero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was him and Cardoso maybe back up.
Oh, well, maybe.
Good football, this.
What about the keeper there, Chico?
I think you'll be disappointed it's when they go.
Probably
Because it's far away.
Yeah,
Like
like
it's
probably
30 yards.
misjudged where it's gonna bounce.
Where it's gonna
and then
bounce.
just bounced on him. Yeah.
It was a great.
And then you don't know if it comes round that defender. See the defender that sticks his head out, if he's unsighted until it comes by him.
That was a weird one. It's mad how this goes, but I was watching this and it was like 3-2 Wanderers. I'm like, oh, Marconi will be buzzing. Marconi win the more, it could be curtains. And then Marconi lose, Appy end up getting the win. Now Sydney United are up their arse. And Appy are back in it.
Happy
again.
to do well. Jack sure does really well to keep that alive there.
Aye.
They don't stop.
No,
The
yeah.
bigger clubs are they're there right to the end.
I know, man.
They have too many blokes who can score a goal
There's
from
too many
nowhere,
people
like,
that can come on and change the
Yeah.
game.
that
Like,
is-
thank
it's
God he's going off.
exhausting,
Oh, for
yeah.
fuck's sakes, he's coming
You're
on
running
now.
a whiteboard space trying to
Yeah.
Their bench is
identify
wild.
players. It's
Yeah, it's hard, man.
ridiculous, man.
Yeah, so it goes one each. Rory Jordan equalised for Apia. And then
That's too easy, isn't it?
Far
That
too
is
easy. Good finish.
Aye, scored. Is his second goal not that as well?
Aye, exact same place in the goal it went.
Yeah.
That's him top scorer again, isn't it?
Aye.
Whenever he plays from, they just dominate. Him.
Aye.
Like he's so hard to keep out for the whole 90.
Aye, he was good against us. At the home game at Sutherland.
But it's funny because we were never in front for very long.
Oh, a
It's like
big
great
chance for
save
Ortiz.
that.
He's got to do better for Ortiz. He close
Wow,
range. Ortiz has scored quite a lot of goals recently.
Max Court scored as well, didn't he? In this game?
I can't remember who scored the
No,
goals.
I don't think he did.
He didn't?
This is
What the hell happened there?
Okay.
I don't know. It's
It's
come
hard
off
to
a
see with the
defender.
camera.
And then I think that now the camera sometimes gets done with the sun. It looks like the goalkeeper loses the ball in the sun here.
Does it hit off the defender closest to the?
Aye, the front defender headers it up
Ah, okay.
and it somehow drops in.
Oh, well played, son.
That's
Aye,
turn,
this
yeah.
is it's almost same as the last goal. Fucking some finish.
Wow.
Sergio Aguero finish at referee net.
Wow.
And then he goes back to his corner flag celebration.
He's
Done well. That
He's one of the scholars, right? Like he's
Yeah.
Aye. I think, has he not played the league a couple of times?
I
I've
don't
been in
know.
the
He
squad
has
at least.
been on the bench.
Maybe on the
couple of
bench.
times.
My league knowledge is thin, so
This is
That's cool,
unfortunate.
right? Yeah.
pen. I think Ortiz hits the penalties.
I was actually surprised when we played him in the cup how good this kid is.
Oh, brilliant. Him and Oscar Gonzalez when he was there. Brilliant.
Oh.
Both of them are brilliant.
Just like so aggressive the way he attacks the ball, attacks the.
He's confident, mate. See
Yeah.
that confidence at that age? It's worth its weight in gold.
Players Ortiz equalised just before the hour. And then
Did they not miss a chance here? Wanderers miss a 1-1, did they not? They go through. Here it is here.
he needs to do better here.
Aye, has to do better.
Wow.
Azarati lobs the keeper and misses the target.
This is when you're coaching someone like just tap it around. You have no idea. Giving him 100 million different options. But if you're there, you probably do the same
Exact
thing.
same. There's Rabona in the top corner, mate. This is in games like this against Appy when it gets tough because like you're saying, start bringing quality off the bench. And it's like when Argentina were playing against England, they start bringing
But you're right. Max Court.
Martinez and that off the bench. It's like them just bringing, he's off the bench now, he's off the bench. All attacking players.
You were right because Max Court did
Yeah,
score the
I thought
fourth
so,
goal.
yeah.
Was that Court's
Yeah,
scoring
he
him?
did just like
Oh,
a
it's good
nice
finish.
swivel,
Tidy
yeah.
finish, aye. Roy Jordan buzzing with that goal. Going for the title, man. Every point's crucial.
The only
This is
reason-
bizarre, this, by the way.
Oh wow.
And he goes round the keeper.
What's the keeper up to?
It's bizarre. I don't know. This looks like he's raging.
He probably got angry at himself, going, why did I do this? I might as well just
Just
kick
take him
it."
out.
Yeah.
Aye. That was it,
Because they made a
5-3,
change with the goalkeeping. They put Lachlan Allen in and Lucas Sinnott came out for Wanderers. Don't know why they've made the change, but 5 goals. But Apia could do that to Emily, couldn't
Yeah.
Of course it could, aye. And that's
When
that's
they're
him.
on a roll, they're on a roll, man.
Aye, they've got that's him right back in the mix for the. They'll never really fully out it, obviously, but I mean, like Marconi did look. We were talking about last week how comfortable Marconi was starting to look, and Appy had been dropping points. But
There's a point in it.
A point in it, aye.
Yeah.
I don't know what each team's runs like, but it's a big win for Apia on a big weekend for them. What's next?
UNSW versus Spirit. We started the game well, to be fair. The first 15-20 minutes looked really, really good. Scored a great first goal. Kevin Lopez finished it, and then
Was that one across the face? Was that second?
aye, that was the
was
first
good goal,
one.
that, aye.
Very good. Oh, both of them are balls across the face, but like in the play, it comes in from the right, goes first touch out to the left, overlap and run.
I think that was the one I'm talking
cut
about.
back, aye. Very good goal, but then after 20 minutes, Spirit were probably the better side for the rest of the first half. And that's when they equalised in that moment.
Who looked good for Spirit? Anyone stand out?
The two up front are dangerous.
Two Japanese boys or Callum?
No, Callum and Costa.
Costa? Oh, Callum and Costa,
Like,
aye. They're both good players.
they're a handful. But just even their work rate, you know that way, they're quite happy to go and press and hunt to win the ball back.
Yeah,
They
they're
start.
very organised.
Yeah, they are.
No, Spirit are good. They're well
I think
organised.
for that 25 minutes they were great, and we kind of switched off a wee bit for the goal. Took a shot corner, played it out. Great ball from Jack Armisen. And who scored? It was Kobayashi. Put it in the goal. But then the second half, we were really, really good. I think we came out in the second half, and Spirit never really had any chances in the second half at all.
Well, highlights are really short, so it's hard to really see much of the game.
But it was Jaden Harb set up Sean Wood scored the second, and then Spirit have tried to play out. Brady Smith kicked the ball off someone. And
Who
it's
was
kinda
it?
broke.
What goal was it?
Malfi got and played Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden Harb.
Jaden Harb fucking sent Brady Smith.
Aye, just
Didn't
cuts
have a shite
inside
haircut. It's all over the shop.
Aye. But he does that well.
Aye,
Like,
that's I'm saying that in in Jaden Hard's favour as
Aye.
he's twisting and turning.
Aye, he does it
Did really well.
really,
It's
really
the
well.
futsal, man. You know what?
100%.
Like the whole squaring up blokes.
Yeah.
Because he's just so natural to him.
Aye.
And when you get yourself on that corner, you can try and cut him on to come back onto his right.
Shift it again.
And it's literally one
Correct.
motion. It's like I touch inside and I finish all in one step. But a big result for us. I think it puts us above Spirit, I think, in the league.
would be too,
Which
yeah.
is again, you're looking over your shoulder the week before.
I just think the league positions, including anyone in that pack, I don't even look at league position, just the points.
Aye.
It's so tight.
It's
Like,
so
literally
tight.
one win, and then the whole league table flips.
Aye.
It's probably been like the closest it's been like few
In a
years
long
now,
time,
yeah.
aye. To this point in the season, aye, definitely. Because usually what seems to happen is top 2 or 3, and then there's like 4 to 7, and then there's another pack, but it feels like 4th all the way down to like 11th is
Yeah,
like
very close.
all
Aye.
compact.
Yeah, normally
Big
it takes shape around this time of year. You
Aye.
could sort of get a good idea on who's going
Who's
to
gonna
play
finish well.
finals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to take it out and who's going to
There's
get in the
nobody
finals.
like, right now. There's not obviously the top 3. They're all secured, but
there's
there's,
that mix,
nobody
yeah.
else that's guaranteed.
You're
It
looking
could, be, it could be anybody.
Fourth.
Wins on
all
the
the
bounce,
way
couple
down.
losses on the bounce.
Yeah, that's it.
And even looking at
Sydney,
Sydney, well, same Wonders and Sydney FC, you're looking at top, I say the 7 teams are going for it. You're going, they'll drop off, so that's only 5 competing for it. But because they're not dropping off,
Yeah.
Aye.
you're like, fuck. Did you ever think about doing a podcast before we did champion football?
Absolutely not.
No?
Nah.
Oh, I had a couple of podcasts, but for me, the biggest time waster was always trying to find the mics. I went through it 4 different types of mics, spent a fortune.
But I think try to find the mics, hoping that the mics worked, because
Aye.
we used to record full podcasts,
Yeah.
and obviously some of them never worked because the mics didn't connect.
And then there's the editing afterwards.
Aye, which I wouldn't have had a clue how to do.
Just time consuming, but I think nowadays everything's so much easier. You've got LSE Studios who, we shoot the whole podcast in this studio, which has got a lounge sofa, 2 small sofas, all the personalised backing set for us.
Yeah, mics are set up. All you need to do really is bring an SD card.
Your idea.
Aye.
And then if you wanted a smaller one, you've got the studio, one room.
And
in
the
corner.
lounge
It's
is
a bit more
comfy
like
as.
Joe Rogan style.
Uh-huh.
And then you've got the lounge room, which is more chilled out. So, 3 studios, big one, small one, chilled one, ID, SD card, and then you just go up the road and you get your full episode
I
sent
know.
to you.
It's mad. And
Brilliant.
the ease at which it's done is perfect.
Aye,
man.
lsestudios.com.au. I would definitely check them out. We've actually got a link in our bio, so click that if you want to check out the studios and get your podcast started.
And I'll be a guest.
So there's like 6, what is there? Sutherland, Rockdale, UNSW,
Sydney
Manly,
FC,
Sydney FC,
Manly, ST
Wanderers.
Raiders.
And by the way, here's a complete curveball. How many points are Blacktown now off the finals?
they're
They
6
could make
points
it.
behind us.
They could make it.
Wasn't that the weekend? I'm thinking, surely not.
Nah, that would be outrageous if they did.
You never know.
I know. I just mean outrageous in terms of where they were
Aye.
a few weeks
They
ago.
did it years, 3 years ago though. It wasn't as far down in terms of being like relegation zone, but they went on like the second half of the season, won like say 11 out of 15 games, and ended up finishing third when they were sitting like 12th most of the season.
Yeah.
And it went on a mad run. And I was on it last night. I was like, they could if they
Sneak
need
in.
to put a bit of a run together, but because everyone beats each other,
Yeah.
they could fucking nick in that. Like
100%.
at least make it uncomfortable for other teams.
And they looked comfortable at the
Looked
weekend.
a lot better the weekend. We got another game, but it looked a lot better.
And obviously the Jack O'Brien, like I rate him as
Ah,
a footballer.
big time,
When
big time.
He's back. Like they've just got like a lot of good players in the top half now. And when they played against, I was a massive fan of Blacktown when I was playing. Just the aggressive nature and how well they competed for everything. When they played us, I was the time I lost my mind in the change room. It was like we looked like we didn't come to play. They were all over us. We couldn't win first ball, second ball. They were running like the intensity. They were just it was literally, I felt like the boys were playing against men, and I was like, oh, this is Blacktown of old. Like all I was looking to, like, man, these guys have showed up to like it was a grand final.
But I think
And same this week.
I think that's what you get when you have the likes of Travis Major and Mitch Malia and the boys that have been there for a period of time. They then
Step
make
up.
sure that the standards are at a certain level and they pull people with them, because there was a period of time before the window when it was Travis Major was scoring, the only person scoring goals for them, really. And he's just grabbing them by the scruff of the neck and pulling them forward.
Well, when we played them, Travis Major and Mitch Malia, everything was going through those two. And then if you watch the highlights, Mitch Malia is involved in almost every single highlight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a guy's been around for a long time and he's still like
Now, mate, football.
yes, aye,
Just understanding the game.
100%.
Surdo Olympic, Gary.
Yes, a much changed Olympic side.
Yeah.
Aye, good crowd. Both sides at so the Seymour was full. Olympic brought what they called Olympic misfits or something like that. Their little.
Olympic misfits.
I don't know. Maybe I've just called them that. But they had the flares and that out when they scored the goal. I don't mind that. Quite good. But first half, to be honest, we could have been 3-0 at half time. Would have been a fair result. Missed some big chances. Curtle made a great save off the bar. We scored early. We looked comfortable. The thing with Olympic first half anyway is going forward they look dangerous. Seth Clark, really rate Seth Clark, very good player. Obviously coming off a nice wee stint professional football as well, but I think he's dangerous. Is it Pane?
Amanakis.
Panos, very good on the ball. Very off the ball. Obviously, maybe he can do a wee bit more, but on the ball, very dangerous. So going forward, they always look dangerous. But defensively, I was like, I can see why they concede so many goals on transition in particular, because a lot of those attacking players aren't as good off the ball. But then second half, I don't know, we didn't play that well second half. Not that they had any chances really. I don't think Niz had anything to do other than long shots. And we still had 3 or 4 massive chances. We hit the bar from like 6 yards. I don't know if you see that was in the highlights actually. The cut back. Curtle makes another big save off Tariq, and then we missed the chance right in the last minute. And their goal was just basically a whip ball hit someone's back,
Went up in the
spins,
air.
hits the floor, and spins in. Look, fair play to them. It's a big point for. I mean, do you know what actually? I don't know if it's a good point. I thought towards the end of the game, I was a wee bit surprised. It felt like some of the players were playing for a draw, and some of them weren't. To be fair, some of them were shouting at all players like, "Hurry up, get going!" And a couple looked like they're trying to play for the draw, which I don't know if they were. It just looked like their body language and how they were like trying to delay play. Which I thought to myself, this isn't actually a great. Like in their position, they need 3 points.
Yep.
Like 1 point probably isn't going to be enough for them.
But then I think that the flip side of that is 1 point's better than no points. So
I
if
know,
they
but with
are-
10 minutes to go, the mentality, I think maybe like, with that mentality, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. I'd have thought the game was there to be won. It's 1 each with 10 minutes to go.
No.
Naturally, we're going to come out and try and we'll get 3 points. So we're going to leave ourselves exposed in certain moments. I didn't feel like they were really going for the 3 points. Again, that's just me, my observation. I could be completely wrong, but. They're definitely a much better side than they were when we played them first time around, and they've signed some very experienced players in there.
It's a shame they lost Vegeta, you know. Like if he had
He's a good player, man. He's a good player.
They actually would have been scary.
How was he the weekend?
He was. This is a surprise. Like he came off. What was it, 60th, 70th minute? But he was dangerous, man. Like again, a player that once he squares you up, he can go left or right. Obviously, he wants to come onto his right a lot. But he got off a couple of good, dangerous crosses. They missed one low back post. He had a couple of shots. I really like him. I watched a few of their games. He was probably more dangerous at Olympic because I think they got out of his way a bit, so he can like where I felt like at Wolves they crowded his space because he likes to have that one-on-one and then sort of try and run into the box and do it himself. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken him off. I will like him and
got delighted.
What's Seb on the other side.
Hernandez.
Well, the entire game plan was like, we're going to shut these two guys down, and both of their goals ended up coming down Seb's side because, you know, once you give them either space behind or give them a time to get on the ball,
He's pacey as well, isn't he, Hernandez?
Because I think that looking at the league table now, so Olympic are joint with St George.
Yep.
And I think that's the first time for the season that they're not by themselves at the bottom of the table. So I think this.
So is it, I do.
The psychology for me at that point to not be the team that's just at the bottom by yourself is potentially quite big for
you
them.
could look at it for what I'm saying on the flip side, like you're saying, of we didn't lose, which they've been doing all season. So that mentality, obviously, the habit of not losing, could work in their favour. They've got a much strengthened team than before, so they've definitely got more of a shout than they did 3-4 weeks ago.
How was that Kukuczka?
A bit quieter, but honestly, mate, like we should have won the game.
Yeah, okay.
We should have won the game. That was nuts. So for us, it was definitely 2 points dropped, but we got a wee bit fortunate with the other results that are running about us.
Yeah.
So it actually looked like we actually got. I think it was only Rockdale really run about us who got a win. So we actually gained a point on, like I said, Sydney FC.
Yeah.
Not on Sydney FC, sorry, Wanderers and whoever else is in that pack. There's that many teams.
Yeah.
Wolves. So I think
Wolves are well out at. Wolves are a point above us,
this every single week, but they've been on. It's mental they're still in it, considering they're on 32 points or 31 points for 8 weeks, 9 weeks.
They lost 7 and drew 1, I think, or something like that.
And you think, imagine Blacktown jumped Wolves. Wolves have been top 4 for almost the whole season, top 5, and then Blacktown been bottom 2, 3 the whole season, and it could reverse.
Definitely could.
And they get a thing at their arse. Hopefully it's not been no players right enough, but
On to you boys now. 3-2 win it away at Wolves. Good result.
An important one.
Yeah.
We're just highlighting the pack and how tight it is. Every point for us now is crucial leading up to this FFA Cup game. You know, we said it before. We want to try and tailor the strongest 11 for that game, and we need to make sure that we're secure in the league to be able to do that. Otherwise, we're going to be fighting for 2, which at this time of year is really difficult. But yeah, considering the circumstances and how the game unfolded, it was, you know, probably one of our biggest wins of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You just went down to 10 men very early on.
Minute, I think.
straight red.
Yeah.
Straight.
What do you think?
Nah, no way.
He initially, I was so angry in the moment that I went this morning and
Yeah,
watched.
be careful what you say.
No. I actually watched both MPL TV and Via because you get it from both sides.
And there's a dive.
It's questionable whether he gets the ball before he gets the player. So I'm not going to debate whether the referee made a right call or wrong call. What I was annoyed with, and I think everybody was annoyed with, is that referee was right there, saw it, gave a yellow card. We were standing around thinking we're going to take a free kick. Then their bench got into Forthy's ear, and the Forthy then called him over and said, I think this was like a serious foul play, changed the decision and gave him a red. And we're like, well, there's no VAR here, mate. You made a decision, gave him a yellow card, annulled the yellow card, gave him a red. And then I think the boys were just aggrieved by it, and probably what kind of fueled us to come out in the second half and just go for it, really. And to be honest, I was actually surprised because I can tell you, and he knows this too, Wednesday, you get the well-being, everyone saw SL. Thursday, we could hardly train properly. Everyone was tired. You go down to 10 men. We played on Tuesday. I'm thinking,
fair play. Back now.
This is going to be hell. I'm thinking boys are just going to cave in, but he revved them up at half-time, emotionally, so they're ready for the fight. And then all of us collectively sort of contributed to the tactics, and we just knew, we have to now play for the moments, which we don't like doing, but trying to get a result. And those moments kind of worked out. We knew if we invited pressure and they left their two centre backs with our two front nine, we're gonna have them. We just need a ball, and it happened twice, and we were lucky.
By the way, Noah was completely unmarked for that third goal.
Third goal.
Mental.
I think there was a few of them.
Yeah.
Completely. What about the first goal? What did we keep up for the first goal? I'm asking this. I'm not. I watched him should he be there?
For me, he shouldn't be anywhere. For me, he needs to know he's not going to get the ball.
Yeah.
You need to make the decision early that you're not going to get that.
So who's their keeper now?
Don't know
I
his
think it's a
name.
young kid,
It's a young
yeah.
boy. Yeah, it's a young boy. He's gonna.
It's
And do
too
you know
far
this?
to come at the
It's
front
far
to
too
try
far.
and-
But it's
to
different if
get
it
the
goes
ball,
like to
yeah.
towards the back post.
Yeah.
But when it's dropping there, you can't. But then again, it's like
No, does well to finish it, but it's just
that's
yeah.
a good,
Aye,
good
does well.
finish. I think that it's hard for young goalkeepers to go into that level and play. Like if they've not had any exposure to it.
Yeah.
So Solskjaer's been the number one all season. This boy's maybe never played first grade football, and now he's thrown in. And he might have got away with that playing 20s or playing 18s last
Yeah,
year.
'cause you're thinking, what
Because you
19-year-old's
can,
gonna be able to
you
play?
can,
Aye,
yeah.
leap up, aye.
Whereas now, if you do make a small error of judgment, there's players that are good enough to punish that
Yeah,
error
that's
of
right.
judgment. And obviously, you've got half a second to make a decision. And if it's the wrong one, 9 times out of 10 in NPL1, it will be a goal. So I think that's a learning process for the young goalkeeper. In terms
goalkeeping coaching free. How much you charge them for that? Send them an invoice.
of free, nice guy. Know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
Do you know what? Talking about referees, but we had a guy at the weekend, Eric Saba, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he was very good.
Oh, cause you've won.
That babe.
Oh, I'll chestnut.
Well, pretty
Best
much.
ref we've had. Unbelievable.
Do you know? He just let everything go, but it was very open to tackles going in, but just it was fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't mind it if
Well,
they
we
are-
had. Do you know who our fourth official was?
Yeah.
Jake Rose.
Oh.
Probably the most experienced NPL ref.
Why's
Fourth
that?
official. We had like a 9-year-old refing.
I
Had a wee
don't,
guy.
I don't mind as long as it's consistent. Like some weeks we had where it's literally you think it's an MMA match. You're like, man, is he gonna call anything? Like, it's just nuts. And then other weeks, you do this and the blokes are falling over, and I'm like, well, there's no consistency. Whatever they start off first, I'm like, as long as that's
That's
gonna
the
be your
rules.
stance,
Sound. Aye,
it's
100%.
sound. Don't
Aye.
flip flop where it's like super aggressive, and then you can't put a shoulder like lean onto someone like that. Doesn't help, man.
Aye.
No, I agree.
No, to be fair, I actually didn't mind the fact that Jake was the fourth official because I was thinking to myself, if it is a young boy, at least Jake can be in his ear.
In his ear, aye.
As opposed to having a young boy fourthie, then a young boy in the centre,
Yeah.
and like who's guiding who here? It's a blind leading the blind. So it was. It was. I mean, I think the refs. I think the general consensus is there's a lot of youth referees this year, so there's going to be mistakes.
I would just add something on Wolves. I think it helped that also Lockie Scott wasn't playing because when he
Oh, did he not play?
he had but I think he had a head collision the week before. He's got like this nasty scars, like
Oh,
half
has
of
he?
his
Oh,
head,
wow.
head's cracked. Yeah,
Fuck.
but when he plays, they're much better. Team.
Oh, of
like,
course,
man,
aye.
the guy's so hard to like handle. Even the first game when we played him was 1-1, and he gave us so much trouble.
Nah, he just occupies defenders.
it's-
No one.
you
no-
can't switch
doesn't.
off for a sec, So I think when he's back, and there'll probably be a few more games. I say.
Yeah,
If you
fair.
haven't realised, we're using this as a platform to recruit players. So we've spoken highly of some players so far, so I'm hoping they're listening.
We'll put Goz's number at the end of
I'm
this.
not, I'm
Link
not
below.
afraid to give praise in the praise I'm also not afraid to scold some people when they need it. Don't worry.
Next game, St George FC versus Rockdale. We'll watch this as well. Lots of goals.
Right on Pornhub. So, I know there's another one goal. I think is Timokovsky. The first goal is defending is.
Yeah.
Look at that, how easy that is. That is mental.
Yeah.
Any goalkeeping tips there?
Do you know what I sort of seen off air? I think he goes into the wrong space, but by
Yeah.
the time he hits, by the time he hits the ball, he's not in the worst position.
Yeah.
But his original position was wrong.
Terrible, yeah.
Get a wee bit of fortune. St George with a pen. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a pen. Just it gets him back in the game. Casella. I mean,
He had a wicked free kick too.
off the bar. He's a cracking player, Casella.
Mm.
Very good player. Works his arse off as well. He's a good player.
He's a very good player.
But even
But
that, look
he's-
at him marking.
man,
Fuck.
To be fair, right, that's a very, very good delivery
he's
though.
doing it, but-
He's unmarked though.
I know, I
I'm not
agree,
saying
but
it-
the delivery is very good.
Hard to defend those.
But he's literally by himself.
Smart them. Come on, man. It's a team fighting for their life.
I know.
They've got to do better.
And then how does
And
Wiggs win a header?
Wiggs had like a sheriff's badge and he's fucking scoring goals. Unbelievable.
I don't think I've
Unbelievable.
ever seen him score a header.
Nah,
Never.
never.
Nah.
Usually Duck's scared to mess his head up. Frightening.
That's 3-1 at
This is
half
the goal
time.
here, this
This
is-
is bizarre.
Right, fair enough. That happens, right? But it's the reaction after that.
Just still
Fucking
getting up.
easy.
What? I think could have caught a foul on that first one. Looked like he pushed him in the back. It was a what's the? I actually like that 6 that plays at St George. Soros? No,
There you
he's
go.
good. Is it that's his name, right?
Oh, he's so lucky.
They
There.
had the same last name as the goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure.
Soros?
He is.
Oh, Evan.
Oh, Evan
Yeah.
Suris?
Suris, yeah.
George Suris' son, yeah.
He's a good footballer.
Yeah, he's very tidy.
That's the thing.
St George have got a good team.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm not trying to batter out anyone. I actually think he's a footballer. He's
You're
a
have
good
some size of
footballer.
squad next year.
Look, if I had the money, and I still stick with my boys' loyalty first, boys. Money
good
doesn't
finish.
buy loyalty.
Boys start looking for a new club. There's a lot he's getting shipped out.
Loyalty's
No-
right when
no
you're winning,
chance.
when you're losing.
Mood in the
That's what
jar
I'm
with the
saying in this
six.
game. I'm caning St George here because I said this when we played against them. I think they're good players.
They're good
I
players.
was like, we played against them. I thought they were quality. I can't believe the situation you're in.
We played them the next week and they beat us 4-0.
I don't understand. Like watching that, like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
6-1.
I fear for St George. I said this last week. I think that now they're like, there's a point when things aren't going your way, that something needs to be the trigger for it to.
Oh, you think the window's going to be the thing, didn't you? You hope the
100%,
window's going to be
but
trigger.
now there's 6 games to go, and I think that based on that at the weekend, it's hard to see where they're going to get a result from. They don't lose 6-1 and then the next week you win 3-0. Like it's tough.
We had a coach in the 20s last year, Justin Mick, and he's in charge of now Camden, and he had this thing like laws of threes, like constantly in my head, like you can't go into 3-game losing streak because like mentally like flips
Right?
you.
Okay, interesting.
And you can't get through it. So now in my back of my mind, I always tell them like we cannot
Threes.
drop. We need to like
fuck them down.
no dropping 3. And it's true, man. You look some of these guys who've been on like a crazy like losing runs.
Yeah.
Third one comes out, people are like, oh, this is just. And the minute if you crack them early, you see heads, body language, everything
Right.
drops.
Do you know what's interesting? I think that I was talking to someone at the weekend. I can't remember who it was.
Sounds like a made up story.
Raf got 16. Raf got 16 points for St George.
I don't know.
way.
19.
Aye.
way.
Rightfully sacked.
3 points.
Rightfully sacked.
3 points they've had since he was sacked.
That's,
Wow.
mate,
That's maybe
insane.
14 games ago or something now.
That is crazy, man.
They've had 3 points.
Sacking someone is bonkers.
So it would have been not the
wild.
game that beat UNSW then at your home ground. The first
Yeah, it's
one
only
you
3
lost.
points, yeah.
Jeez.
Bananas.
Since
That.
Raf was sacked. It's mad.
Aye. Well, look again. It did coincide. We don't have to go back in it, but it did coincide with a lot of injuries at the time.
Yeah.
I think if they just bided
Bided
a bit
their
of
time,
time and just got those experienced players back in. Not to say they went and won the league and all that, but I'm sure they're in a better position there now.
Yeah. I agree.
Picked up. What do they probably need to pick up? 9 points. They probably could be 9 points better off.
Yeah.
I agree. Blacktown St George.
I was spoke about a wee bit.
Wee
but
bit.
Blacktown
Cole.
looked a lot better.
Alico's opened the scoring. Travis Major cross, then Mitch Malia. Good finish to be fair, the second goal.
Aye.
And then Sasha Kusevski's goal was a great finish.
Aye, great finish.
Um,
So where was he before Blacktown?
Don't know.
Do you know?
I think it was a rock, wasn't he? Is he a Rockdale boy? No.
I have no idea.
That's the fella that also play A League, like for Central Coast or something, isn't he?
I honestly don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Like
Right.
he's either A League then MPL, and then went to
Then
or
Blacktown.
came straight from A League into like.
But to be fair as well, Jack Kenny made a lot of saves in the game. Like from
As I
what you've
said,
seen the
Blacktown
highlights.
looked
So it
comfortable.
looked a very comfortable win for Blacktown.
And look on the flip side, St George could find themselves in a wee bit of trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
What are they on? How many points?
25, I think.
Yeah.
I can't see St George Saints getting out of this. I think St George Saints are 100% bottom two.
I think St George Saints are bottom.
It's too. I just think they're too far gone. Like losing that many games on the bounce. The laws of 9. Have you heard of that?
That's not a law. That's a judgment. That's a judgment day.
You lose 9 in the bounce, and that's you struggling.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
think
tough,
that
man.
they're like I'm not. It's not impossible to get out, but fuck. Olympic have signed. You talk about the window being a tipping point. Olympic have signed pretty well in the window, and the results have shown that. Although they've not won every game, they've been scoring goals. They've scored maybe 6 or 7 goals since the window.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough for the playing group.
Who have they got at St George since?
Look at this. They beat Olympic on the 14th of March, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 1, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
What 1 on 17?
1 and 18.
Okay, now that's
1
tough.
win in 18 games. that's and again, as you say, right, as we always talk about momentum, like see when you're winning, you just win.
Yeah.
You just
It
win.
falls your
You
way,
just
yeah.
find a way to win the game. But see when you're losing, it's really fucking difficult.
Yeah.
Really hard to change.
My
And then
first year in League One when I took over as a coach, like we finished 15th, and it was like we won the first game of the season against Hills. Had like 4 injuries in space of 2 weeks, and we lost third game. We had a draw, and then we lost, and then we didn't win for like another 16 weeks. We just couldn't. We just couldn't. Like it was so like 1-1, 94th minute, 2-1, 0-0, 92nd minute, 1-0 down, and it just became a thing. Like if we didn't score, we just knew at some point in time we're losing this game.
Yeah.
And it was like a psychological thing. Like it wasn't a matter of like quality, because that same team the following year, but one bloke ended up finishing 4th.
yeah, okay.
But it's just certain circumstances, bit of luck, and then if you get momentum either way,
Yeah.
either you're winning or you're losing, it just kind of spirals.
Oh, 100%.
Well, there's multiple players in that St George City team, Saints team. You'd look and go like, he'd start for us. He'd take him.
Yeah,
100%.
There's loads of
Yeah,
them.
absolutely.
There's loads of them.
Quality,
So
yeah.
that's the frustrating thing. Like you said, it's become psychological,
Yeah.
and I don't think it helps that there's a lot of changes in the background, and because it's no longer Bombers, no longer the gaffer.
That's
He's
right.
still involved in the club, but I don't know who it is. It's taken over. Someone told me who it was. I can't remember. Do you remember?
Yeah, I didn't know Bomber wasn't there until the weekend.
Aye.
Searched
Yeah.
on him.
Is he completely gone? Or just
No, he's
is
back to
his
his
old
TD
role?
role, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Aye, so I don't think that helps disruption in that time. I thought they signed all right in the window, to be fair.
Yeah.
Nothing like, obviously Blacktown got some good signings in, Olympic probably more experience. The boys they've signed all came from mostly MPL too, but good players. Isaac Cunningham was playing championship last year. Sepping's been about, so not. I thought it'd been done decent, but looking at the fixtures, right? Sydney FC, obviously going to be a tough game, fighting for top 6. SD Raiders, average side. Then we've got Apia.
Yes, on a good day. On a good day. On a good day. On a good day.
Apia, Wanderers away, Blacktown City, Sydney United.
Very tough run.
Tough run, man. So, aye, we'll see. I mean, sorry, St George lads, but you've had enough. I think that's should be. I think that's 18. 1 in 18's hard to say otherwise.
Yeah, I agree.
Could prove us wrong. We'll see. And then the St George City. Do you think it's really between Olympic? Because we can talk in a second about the Blacktown and Rockdale 3 point switcheroo, but the Olympic and Saint City, I think that's the bottom, like the 3 fighting it out.
Probably at this moment, yeah.
Based
I'd
on
say so.
form, based on.
How's St George?
Because Blacktown City's on 25, right? No, 28, sorry. They're on 28. City's on 25. Saints on 19. Olympic on 19.
St George City will get Sydney United next.
Aye. Aye. I think that's. I think Blacktown's just got that experience between
I
the
think
gaffer, the Travis Major, Mitch Meyer, some experience they've signed.
And again, you look at the momentum, really, right? And then they've won their last 2 games now.
Aye.
So that confidence starts to now build that they'll get results.
I mean, 9 points, mate. That's a. As we're talking to you, obviously, you boys, and you have not committed to being safe, but just going to Blacktown, you're assuming that even if St George's FC can put a run together, that Blacktown's going to drop, like lose a ton of games,
Yeah.
which they're going to pick up 5-6 points minimum.
Yeah.
So I just can't see. I just think that's a 14, 15, 16 between those 3. St George City on their favour have got that home pitch pence off, which is always tough, and they've got a 6 point buffer as well.
Aye. Which, to be honest, 6 points at this stage of the season with 6 games to go is actually quite a big buffer.
I would love to see Sydney Olympic versus Bankstown City.
Oh, no.
That'd be a cracking playoff final. 2 big clubs.
Your smile says everything.
Imagine all the cars in the car park, Lambos, fucking G-Wagons. It'd be unbelievable.
That's the players.
That's what I mean.
I don't know what games you've been going. I'm not seeing any of that.
Aye, unbelievable.
The last game was the one we touched on at the start, Marconi, Sydney United.
I went to that. I went to watch that. Guys went to watch that as well.
Yeah.
Aye. How was it?
Like, as I was saying to guys off there, I thought it was a good game of like men's football in terms of, I mean, maybe watching a game back home, grass pitch, physical, like just waiting for a moment to happen. Really, not a like, wasn't a great game of actual football, like possession based and like that, but it was just a big battle. Could tell 2 big teams going to try and win it for like going for a title race. It was good atmosphere as well.
Yeah,
Decent
it was,
crowd there.
yeah, heaps.
Good atmosphere. Sydney United fans are singing away. Good Marconi crowd. It was a decent day as well. No rain, no wind or anything like that. So I enjoyed the game. To be honest, it wasn't as I said, amazing on the eye, but I enjoyed the battle of it. And I think Sydney United were good for the win, to be honest.
Yep.
Thought Damien Kennis probably was our best chance of scoring something. Mostly out of nothing though. Like often he was getting the ball under pressure, and he's very good at holding the ball up, Damien, by the way.
Aye.
Very good, very good. And he was bullying a few of their defenders and then getting a shot away. But other than that, there was only maybe one big chance toward. It was like the last 5 minutes. It was a great save to be fair, bottom corner.
Right, yeah.
So in the morning, I've been using these wee things.
What are they?
Well, they're hydration sticks, so Isogenics make them. In the morning, I usually just wake up, mouth is dry as an Arab sandal, and I smash a pint of water. But I've been sticking these in the drinks. They're got a wee bit of flavour to them, got electrolytes in them. They're class.
You can get them and everything else in the Isogenic store with a 10% discount using code CFS10 or clicking on the link in the description box below.
Outside of that, there's nothing else really in it. Top goal for Sydney United as well.
He does very well.
Top
Mason
goal.
Mills
Little
does
around
very well.
the
Just
back, around the
round the corner,
Aye.
and he hit
Big
it really
score.
early.
Big
Yeah.
result. Sydney United have clawed themselves back into that title race. I did think they were out of it. They're
Yeah.
right back in the mix again.
He's been massive for Wills, but like
Aye,
he
has
scored
he?
like clutch goals.
Scores all the time,
And
Mason Mills.
I'm gonna put a plug. If I had a Lambo, I would sell the Lambo and get Rose. I'm telling you right now.
Dylan Rose.
Yeah. Half of the Lamborghini money you can get it. I'll take him. For
Nah,
sure.
Dylan Rose and Mason Mills. Even that right side, to be fair, you've got Bailey Rowe and you've got Wells. It's a strong side
Aye,
of the
it's
pitch
a
for them.
very good side of
And
the
Rose is quality. Doesn't get the ball away.
Aye, well, that's MPL 1.
NPL1, top of the league, 55 points. Marconi, Apia right up there, Farter on 54, and then Sydney United on 51. And then it drops significantly into fourth place. So Sutherland are now level with Rockdale. Rockdale getting deducted 3 points. Did anyone actually know, was it an administration thing or player
I
registration?
think it was an admin thing.
Okay, well, so they're deducted 3 points, which then means Blacktown gets given 3 points. I'm assuming it went down as a 3-0 loss, win, whatever
Yeah.
it goes down as, which does make a difference. So now Sutherland are one ahead of Rockdale on goal difference, but that they play each other this weekend. And then Sydney FC on 35, and then it's still tight with Wolves on 32, UNSW 31, Spirit 31, Manly 31, Wanderers 29. Fuck man, it is so tight in there. So 7 points between Sutherland fourth, and how far are you going back? 7?
7 between 6th and 12th.
Keep going, Chaz. Roll down a bit.
12th, I think. 6 points, yeah.
So he's only 7. No, that's me going off. That's me going off fourth though.
7 points from 4th.
It's 6 points off 6. So top 6.
6 points to 12th.
That's
Mental,
amazing.
man.
Like, obviously, in your changing room, you must be talking top 6, fighting for top 6.
Not really, man. We just
No?
we got McConey this weekend. What we're thinking is trying to get better pizza than them in one of those portables, so they can have more of it before the game and we can maybe get a result. What top 6, man?
They're 6 points off it with 6 games to go.
Look, at the start of the year we thought we could be mid-table team, I think we have the quality to, but a few things didn't go our way. We dropped off a bit, had distractions with the cup, so I don't know. If we have won one of the games which I mentioned before off air, like Sydney or Manly, I think we would be in a good chance. But with 6 games to go, to claw 7 points, and I'd
6
like all
points.
these teams to drop.
No, I think that's the difficult way. There's so many teams
Yeah,
running about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That is the
It'll be
tricky
very
thing, I
hard.
suppose. You need all teams to drop points, but look, it's in your hands. You just go on a wee run, and I think if you win, I know it's a big ask to win 6 games, but if you win 3, the laws of 3 would suggest that you'd probably go on.
We're not going to lose again. Hey, we win 3 in a row, we ain't losing again the rest of the year. We win the cup, we'll get a semi-final. No worry.
Well, the next 3 games are actually Rockdale, Sydney FC, Wollongong Wolves.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much the next 3.
The next 3
Three
below.
teams below us. So again, and usually the same, Chaz, UNSW.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
As in, like, if you win the next 6 games, the chances are you've probably been in the top 6.
Oh, of course.
Top 4, yeah.
No, that's us 3 in the bounce, so it's... we're
How many home games you got left?
5.
Oh,
made
wow.
that.
I was
I
going
just
to
made
say,
that
actually
up.
put a lot of home games.
No idea.
I was like, how's that even possible, man?
How many home games you got left?
Don't know.
I feel like he's a
We
no, but that's a massive. That's
played
your biggest
Appia,
strength.
Appia away, maybe 1 or 2.
You've got Appia away, Wanderers
Wanderers
away,
away.
Olympic at home. You've got quite a tough run. Rockdale away, Appia away, Wanderers away,
Blacktown
away, Manly at home, Wanderers at home. That's a fairly tough run.
Manly at home and Olympic at home.
I was going to say, there's some bribery going around when you said all of them at home. Like, I'm pretty sure the first 15 rounds you would have won every game. Like,
That's why I just said 5. I was saying how many games are left? 5.
What is your home form? Do you know?
Nah,
I
we
want to
didn't- I think we've lost twice.
Yeah.
He's a fourth in the league on home form.
Yeah, they drawed couple. Like, they
Yeah,
draw
we drew
twice,
with
feel
yous.
like, yeah, and then, yeah, 2.
And then on away form,
True with Blacktown.
must be not too bad either.
Because I remember it was like...
Nah, away form's terrible.
He's at bottom of the league in away form.
Away form's terrible.
That's mental.
But I think we've won twice away from home.
I have
We beat St.
1-2,
George.
lost 9.
Beat St George and beat Sydney FC away from home.
That was a good result last weekend in St George's. to be
Ah,
fair.
it was.
Fucking 2 games. Oh, that's Kilges.
Ah, of course.
But hey, we're in the mix, mate. Right, MPL 2.
MPL 2. First of all, Zagreb beat Delhi 3-1 on Friday night. La Calandra double. Michael Vakis goal late on. Some players weren't happy with the refereeing in that game, I was
Why's
told. Delhi had a player sent off and a goal disallowed in the first half for offside. That was supposedly not offside. So they weren't happy with the thingy, with the referee. Prospect lost 2-1 at home to Rams. Olivier Beltran Woodward scored twice to put Rams into 4th. House beat Aqua 2-1. First one in a while for House. But aye, good result. Raudomir, surprised to be fair, beat Inter Lions 4-0.
Pumping that.
Aye,
Sorry,
Kaito.
Chaz, can you just look up the league to MPL 2?
Kaito Sotori.
Was he an addition through the window? Because yeah.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, same.
Kaito Sotori and Adil Tosca both scored twice for Raudomir. The big one on Saturday night was Berries and Spartans. Jaden Tran and Aidan Kyra both scored for Spartans after Joe Beattie put Berries in front. Western City Rangers came off the bottom of the table. They beat Newcastle Jets 3-2. Ruben Awaratifi scored a hat-trick. The third goal coming in the 85th
window,
minute.
big sign in the window.
Bankstown. Have they arrived? I wrote double for Fletch and
Have they arrived?
Antonio.
24.
But that's it, mate. We've been waiting a long time. And an Adrian Kines goal sealed a comfortable victory for them. And then in the Sunday game, Tigers beat Central Coast Mariners 2-1. Austin Oates scored the winner 10 minutes from time.
Hey, Austin.
And then with the Prospect and Rams game, condolences to the Vela family, who are a big part of Prospect Club.
Yep.
Haley passed away from leukemia, so thoughts are with everyone at Prospect.
So, on the football side of things, league table looks a little bit different already after there's one change from the weekend. Bankstown Berries now back down to 5th. Bankstown City now on 3rd. But looking at Blacktown Spartans, I think that result again consolidates it. I cannot see them not winning the league.
Tigers this weekend.
Yeah, but I know, but even if they lose that game,
Second spot is up for
can't-
grabs.
second sucks. But even if Bankstown, I think now Blacktown Spartans are in a position where if they lose that game, they're still.
I agree. I think that second to 5th is probably tighter than it was last year. Going towards the end of the season, it was 3 teams like
Correct.
yourselves, us, and Spartans
Right,
really with the last few games. But this is really quite tight from Berries up.
What do you boys? What's your boys' take on the whole MPL 2 current situation? Obviously, Banks like Spartans using you last year were a good side and always going to be in the mix. But Bankstown City were a hot favourites going into things. How have you boys seen it from the outset?
It's just a different league, and it's so hard to explain. Like when Bankstown was signing all these players and A-League stars and all, it's all well and good, but you know when you're in A-League, you're playing on a pristine pitch, and you need a ball to your left, and you get it to your left. Here you're getting ball to your neck on a landmine of a field. Like it doesn't matter how much quality you have. Some games you just can't play, right?
No, I get
And
it.
being able to navigate like those type of games and get like results, and also like playing nice football, is very hard, right? So sometimes, and we had to do this last year, you have to sacrifice sometimes the football you want to play and just try and go for a result, because ultimately that's what's going to get you promoted. So forget about football. And it was one of the things that my players, and even to him, they have to like yell at us on the pitch, like, we cannot play out anymore. Stop telling me to play this ball. I'm going to like hook it off. And like, you players like, God, it's not working, man. We're going to lose this game. Stop being stubborn. I'm like, okay, do what you need to do to win the game. And you had to, man, because there's sometimes you just can't.
Yeah.
And probably the year before I wouldn't have done that. I'm like, no, you shut up and do what you've been told. But I'm not on the park, right?
Yeah.
So those things, it's a hard balance. I think it's harder to play in that league than in
I agree.
in
No,
NPL.
100%. It's chaotic, man. It's wild. It's going to be a great end to the season. This weekend, I mean, from Bankstown City, Rams, and Berry's perspective, they're obviously all wanting Tigers to win. Because if Tigers win, Blacktown Spartans
Yeah,
to
of
win.
course.
Because they all just right off top of winning the league.
Because then it puts whoever closer, obviously, to Tigers.
Aye. Well, I mean, I don't think it's a bad result if Spartans do win. I think if Berries and Bankstown draw, I don't think it's a terrible result for Bankstown City because they're still probably going to be
A win.
they're still the favourites out of that little pack chasing them down. Tigers, because Tigers have still got a tough run as well. It's unpredictable, man.
Who have Tigers got to play?
I don't know why you use dribble, man.
Because it's the only thing that bloody works.
To be like, I actually didn't think the Tigers gonna do as well as they have been doing this
No,
year.
they've done really well.
The
Done
cha-
really well.
like- and I know Millard, the coach, personally, he's a good coach, but they obviously lost a couple of good players.
Yep.
The change in the background, I thought, oh, maybe it's going to be a year where they sort of
Transition.
top, 5 and then build again, but they've done super well. Like,
They have done well, and we spoke about it. This is usually, maybe a few rounds ago is when they start to dip off, and they've not dipped off. That result of the weekend, I thought Central Coast Mariners, I thought it was a massive result for them because that's a tough place to go.
Very.
And then it was one each with like 50 minutes to go, and I was like, they drew last week, they're going to draw again.
So
So
you've
it's a
got
big
Spartans this weekend. And then
Zagreb away, that's a tough game.
It is Rydomir,
Should be fine. Bulls should be fine.
Rams,
Rams, tough game.
and then Rangers.
That should be fine. A couple of tough games. Bankstown City, we have that 5 goals. It could be the spark that maybe gets Bankstown City a bit of belief that they.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've got a few
100%.
friends in
Yeah. Like Oz was saying, we all know it's a very difficult league, but you're thinking with that caliber of player, they'll be able to adjust quicker,
I know.
right? So instead of playing the pretty stuff, they also have the experience to get down and dirty, right? So I'm sure that they'll come home, quite strong. Euro missed a fair bit of the season.
He's still out. He's still out, isn't
He came back a couple of weeks. I don't know if he's
Oh, yeah, actually
hurt
again?
Came
himself
back,
again,
but
I
then he hurt
think.
himself
he?
again.
Got done his hammy again.
So there's quality all over. And Grozdanovsky's done a sensational
Yeah, he's
Oh,
done
no.
great, eh?
Aye.
Bays,
He's done great.
Base scoring goals for
Base
fun.
scoring goals.
Based
Yeah.
on a
Fun.
great season, to be fair to him, aye. As much as I'd like to slag him,
he's definitely
done
taken a
very well.
leadership role too.
Yeah.
Bays. So but it's great to see some of your mates go and do really well.
Yeah,
in all
100%.
the clubs, but they'll come home strong. I have no doubt.
And MacArthur Rams, don't talk a ton about him, but fucking still in the mix.
Oh, definitely are.
Done so well.
I actually think we'll get the MacArthur Rams coach on.
Dan.
Yeah. Spoke to him 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, he was at Tigers, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was assistant to Harry.
That's right. So
Yeah.
he was, aye.
And,
Oh, he's
the
done really well.
and the boy they brought over, apparently he's been doing, he just scored double on the weekend.
Olivier
Yeah.
Beltram-Woodward. He was at Tigers.
Tigers, yeah, he's doing really well.
Oh, he went
being
to
like the
Rams?
sole sort of hold-up player,
Yeah.
9, because you have to share that with
With Kai.
Kai, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Apparently
Kai's hardly played this year.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, really?
that's nuts.
Yeah, I think he's got the last. He's had a lot of concussions, I believe.
A
Oh,
lot of concussions.
I think so.
The fuck?
wow.
Um,
Playing football.
I think so. Aye.
Yeah, I think he's a lawyer by trade, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is he? Aye.
Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously they've had a upset in the goalkeeping. Bodie had to go and get his shoulder done. So they've got a young boy playing in goal, so they're doing well.
Aye, fair play. We got Alvin and Berries are both a bit of a dark horse.
MPL 3, Mounties secure promotion.
Champions, congratulations to Mounties. I didn't suspect that, I told you. I didn't fancy Mounties tonight at all.
And tell me scored another 3 goals.
Yeah.
What's
Aye,
your-
of course.
We
29.
tried- we tried to
49
get
for
him.
the year?
29.
We tried. Out of our
For the
budget.
month, I think.
the
So
month.
how many goals is he on?
29.
29, right, okay. And Mitch Cross was at 37, 36 that year, first year we did this podcast.
Was it that much? Aye.
It was 35 or 36 Mitch Cross got.
Paddy's got another 4 or 5 games.
Schroeder.
It's nice to be mental, but
Andre's done an amazing job. But
Yeah, he has done.
it's not easy to.
No,
even
we
if
look
you
at-
have the caliber player,
you look at
still have
Bankstown
to
City,
let-
it's not
Yeah,
easy,
it's
it's
not
not
easy.
simple. Football's not
Yeah.
that straightforward.
No, he's a good guy as well, Andre, and I'm super happy for him. Super proud.
Fraser Park. So, did we speak with this on the show or was this off air? 4-0 up.
Oh, yeah, 4-all.
4-0 at half time. He came back they got a player sent off in the 46th minute, Fraser Park.
And then the Peens come
And
back.
then the Peens scored 4 to make it 4 each. And then Fraser Park scored the winner in the 88th minute.
Oh, what a
James
game, man.
Andrianakis scored a penalty.
What a game.
From Rydal, I think James was at Rydal.
No, he was
one of our
it was
boys.
us, and then went to Inter.
Interline,
Inter.
that's right.
Yeah,
Interline,
yeah.
That's right.
So then he scored a pen in the 88th minute to win it 5-4. And
Fine
then
game.
they've got 6 games left, 5 of them are at home, Fraser Park.
You fancy them to go up, don't you?
Because they were close at one stage. They were like second, right?
Oh, they're
Second,
still tight. It's all tight, mate. Like the whole league's tight. There's only like 3 or 4
Parramatta's
points.
been up there.
Bonnerig's up there as well.
Bonnering's been up there. They dropped off.
It's only 3 points.
wow.
3 points between Bonnerig and Parramatta, and then there's
Jesus.
so tight, man. Obviously, Mounties are home and dry, which might change the dynamic. I don't know who's got to play Mounties, but that might change the dynamic towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Like naturally, doesn't matter what anyone says. If they've won the league, they're going to take the foot off gas a wee bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Save the money and send those blokes on a holiday. Self-funded one. Have your works at home, lads.
Fraser Park, their last games are Blaisville Ride, Magic, South Coast Flame, Granville Rage, Central. Oh, Parramatta and Dunbar.
Some big games in there as well.
Aye.
You just played the playoff last year, didn't you? The NPL playoff. Do you like it? The format of it?
It was good. It was fun.
What a goal.
Yeah.
What
Oh, that was a fucking belter. That's right.
Yeah, Mickey scored
That was a
bomb.
cracker. that was
He'll never hit that again in his life.
that must be
I
like
was cursing. now.
35 yards or 40
I was
yards.
cursing.
Aye, you look at the football like NPL highlights of like talk about moments to get you promoted to NPL 1 with a goal for there. That must be one of the top 10 goals.
We made it super hard because I was just saying to Chaz before offline. We played pretty much the entire game with a man less.
Yeah, 10 men.
Sent off here in the first half. And then played full second half without a man, and then up in Central Coast, first 30 seconds, Riley gets sent off. So we're playing the second half of that game with 10 men.
Did you have 10 men both games?
Yeah. And it was like one of those Mourinho moments where Riley got booked like first 5 minutes of the
Spent
game.
10 minutes talking to him. Don't do anything stupid.
Okay, Riley, don't go there. Don't tackle. Just block. If you get close, you pull out. Let him kick the ball long. Got it. I'm walking out with him. As we're walking out, I'm saying repeating the same thing. First ball goes over. He goes, doof. Red card. I'm like, what's the ball? I just looked at him like, what are we gonna do now?
I missed it. I was talking to the fourth official about who was on the yellows, so we could
try to plan.
try to plan. And then by the time I looked up, he was sent off.
Oh my god, that was a massive. We were talking about it last week in terms of them. I do like the finals as well, but I do like the idea of being a playoff for the what did we say?
I feel like top two. I think
Top two,
bottom two, and then the third
Should be,
playoff.
Aye,
Yeah.
because have
Makes
a middle
sense.
final series or whatever it might be. Because like people say, run out of time. People play midweek. If there's a chance of if you're sitting 10th and you got a chance, or like 8th with 5 games to go and you can still get promoted, you'd be like, I'll play midweek.
Yeah.
No, of course.
I'll happily
And
play
but the
midweek.
thing is, people are trading anyway, and you'd
Aye.
much rather go and play a game
Yeah.
than
Of
go
course
and
you
train.
Yeah,
Like-
I think you need to reward the top two.
Aye.
Yeah, because see, this is if we didn't win the league, we wouldn't have won that playoff. I don't think. And we were mentally so set on winning the league that I think we would have had such a
I come down.
a come down
to,
to
yeah.
then try and get ourselves back into training or playing to go another round. And I think that as you look at the season as a whole, I say both clubs probably did deserve to go up. Do you know what I mean? And
It's,
Yeah,
too,
I
it's
think
too long a season.
Like-
It's the 16 games to
and it was
30
close.
games.
It
to
wasn't
not-
like
Yeah.
we ran away. Like there was literally a point in it.
Yeah, well,
At the end of the
It was
season.
last kick of the
last
game
game.
of the last minute of your
Literally.
90 minutes.
That was brilliant. I went to watch that game.
Aye.
The cracker. Aye.
Like that was
Brilliant.
it was
Even if it's not automatic, increase the playoff spots. Like make it like the first and then the next 2 or 3 you're playing off for the last 2
Yeah.
or 3 of the other. Like just to
Do
give
something,
It,
yeah,
like bit
because
more excitement to
it
it.
is, it's too long a season, as you
just need,
say.
you just
Yeah,
need
for
more
just one
teams
thing.
involved to. It's too big a league.
Yeah.
16 teams. If you're, as I said, if you're sitting 7th or 8th or whatever, like to feel like you can't do anything with 5 games to go because you can't finish first or second. It's mental. It's
Aye.
too big a league. Mental. You look at obviously Championship in England. I know they're 20 teams, but they've got basically the top 2 getting up. Plus they've got the playoffs, so 3rd to
3 or
6th.
4, yeah.
So you need to come top 6. That's like what 33-35% of the league, or whatever it might be. Who you
Aye.
got?
Yeah, we could go
Ish.
top. Like first one goes and then the next like 15th and 14th they have a playoff. For
Aye,
example.
aye.
That'll make it a bit more
Yeah.
exciting because then you have 3 each way.
I think it should just be 2 up,
And as a third.
and then the third. I'd go 3rd to 5th with the 3rd bottom.
Aye, so it's
As
like a 14 playoff.
So
Yeah.
a 14 playoff for the 3rd bottom in NPL 1 or NPL 2, and the top, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of the second league to go and play.
That happens in Scotland pretty much, isn't it?
Aye. I think that's it's fair. Like 'cause it's far too long for one. You might if you'd
team.
lost that playoff game,
Was just one team.
then it's one team goes up after. I thought that's
Yeah.
shambles.
For a 16 team 30
Aye.
30 league comp, it's mental. I don't know how it will change. I mean, I don't know how Queensland does it.
No,
don't know
but
how
Melbourne's
does it.
Melbourne's
I know
three.
Melbourne does it, but I don't know how. I don't,
Melbourne's
Three
aye,
down,
three down, no messing.
three up, three up.
I don't know how Queensland does it or Adelaide does it, or if Adelaide might not even have a second
But
league.
then I think that you're looking at, again, maybe I'm being disrespectful, right? But in terms of standards, Melbourne and Sydney are surely the two kind of, let's say, front runners in terms of the quality of the leagues across the board. So if Melbourne's doing 3 and we're doing 1 automatic.
I don't know the back end, how quick, how easy it is to make that rule change.
I was told that
That guy, can't remember who it was.
can't
doesn't
remember
know
who it
when
was. That it's because these things all come down to a vote, and the
Yeah,
teams
they do, yeah.
in NPL
Oh,
one.
because teams don't want to get relegated. Like, oh, I'm not getting fucking
But
relegated.
that's why it's not happening. Is because it's not the governing body have made a decision. They need to then get it passed by the clubs involved, and not enough people are willing to.
Did you just give us a jersey?
Aye,
Aye,
too.
we-
Class.
Yeah, yes.
Did you see it? As I'm right at the front.
I
man.
just seen Dr. Fix. I was like, they helped us out in the championship.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, class. Aye, brilliant. Thanks, lads.
Yeah.
You get that wee collection going.
It's signed too, but all the players that got
All the
promoted.
players.
Oh, is it?
Mm.
The
Oh, fucking
promotion
magic that.
Yeah.
Get it up, Chess.
Yeah, it's signed. I even bought you
By,
the.
by crayon as
And
well,
then
some of
we've
the
got
boys.
we've got
and I
another
bought
one.
you
The Australia Cup
round,
one.
round of 32 also signed.
Oh,
signed.
brilliant. See, this is how the guests should arrive, man.
It's just the Serbian way.
It's to put the bad blood outside between us. Yeah, a bit of bribery, a bit of buttering up.
That's it. So they brought us shirts, so all the players he's talking about are going big sign-on bonuses, man.
Brilliant.
Class, right? Favorite movie of all time and what you'd eat while watching? No
John
more
Stark
work for you.
This one, yeah.
Favorite movie of all time. I would say, I don't know if many people know V for Vendetta.
Aye,
Yeah.
Hugo Weaving.
Aye. Good film.
I don't know how I got into it. Someone recommended it to me, and I don't know.
Good film, man.
Yeah, very good film. It makes you like think, and your mind wanders into a million different dark places.
Dark places. And what would you eat?
I'd say probably Skittles.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Shake
Skittles.
your head.
Skittles?
Yeah, 'cause
Skittles
that sounds
and
like a
soda
fun
water.
snack. He's
Yeah.
not a fun person. So.
I'm not a fun person. Yeah.
Skittles, interesting. Sour or normal?
Oh, sour always.
Sour, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I haven't even tried sour Skittles.
They're
Very good.
nice. They're nicer
Yeah.
than the normal ones.
Are they, aye?
Aye.
I do like Skittles, they're decent.
I know, but it's one of those things that I would never go and buy. But if somebody's got Skittles, I'd be like
They're addictive,
handfuls.
too addictive, man.
Aye.
Just that wee shake of the pack. You're like that, shaky.
You gotta get lollies with the popcorn, so that'll be my go-to
Aye.
lolly.
Yeah, okay. Karaoke song goes.
Frank Sinatra, My Way.
Oh, aye.
Oh wow, wow!
Oh, he's a chanter.
Standards
He's
there,
the
by
big
the
man's a
way.
chanter that you can sing.
You can shout.
Jordy put in some earplugs in that side before he started. And if you could sign one MPL player,
You can't. You
At
just think
ST
it's like
Raiders.
15?
you only get one, but you've not played with them.
I've not played with him. Yeah, as I said, I'll sell my Lambo to get Rose.
Dylan Rose.
There you go.
There you go. Dylan Rose, if Lambo waiting for you at ST Raiders.
And Skittles too.
Bag of Skittles and a Lambo.
So we're going to look at your footballing career.
Mm.
Obviously,
Terrible.
my first memory of you was playing for ST
Yeah.
Raiders. How did your footballing journey start, and talk us through it?
Initially, it was something I did with my mum and dad. I grew up in a chaotic world of former Yugoslavia with war, and so we moved around a lot.
So you born over there?
Yeah, like originally I was born in Bosnia, but most of the conflict happened. So
Yep.
then we had to move often, different settlements, villages, refugee camps. So the football, and my mum was also at the time suffering from cancer and doing treatment. So on days she was well to kind of distract our kids from the horrors of the war and life. We would just play. Anyway, my brother and my dad versus me and my mum, she could still walk and her leg was okay.
Mad.
And then, yeah, it was just us four, really. That was probably my fondest memory of football. Then eventually we ended up making our way here, and I was we were terrible, right? And because we were so food deprived for so many years, within like 3 months, I was 13 years old, I was 97 kilos. Like, I was big.
Oh wow!
My brother was big too, because we just ate. Like, we would just starve for like years. because of the war and stuff. And then my dad eventually is like, oh, I'm going to start taking him to the games to watch like Bonnerigue play.
Yeah.
And me and my bro were like these Oompa Loompas, you know, like on the sideline. That's a true story. But we just picked up to it naturally. And then within like from 13 to 15, we started playing at a local club, Liverpool Rangers. We ended up making like state teams and Swiss teams, schoolboy teams, started playing MPL. And
So your childhood of football was just casual, whatever?
Yeah, mum and dad, yeah.
Shows you how shite your football must have been in Australia.
Yeah. But it's,
Too many fatties running amok.
my dad was a serious footballer back home.
Oh, was he? Yeah, okay.
So I think we always had like a natural ability. But then we got really into it and we started getting fitter and liking it and ended up like developing this core group of friends who were all like mad footballers. And just kind of progressed from there. Ended up playing like all sorts of MPL levels. It was really funny. Everything I learned, and Geordie met me when I was sort of younger. Everything I learned in football was through street football. So we played, like I went to Liverpool Boys, and you go to school for one period, and then the other 5 you're playing in the back basketball courts, just playing football with mates.
Mm-hmm.
So that rawness kind of translated well into football in Australia. So I ended up making all these teams I had no business in making because I had no football, like legitimate football background. It's just some people saw me like dribbling the ball like you're 6 foot, but you can like nutmeg blokes and stuff. Like, how's that work? And it was just because I played with mates. And then, played for Bonnerigue for a few years. Then MacArthur, Fraser, Spirit. I kind of did football clubs where my lifestyle sort of suited because I was also studying. So I went to university at Sydney Uni, so I tried to play closer to there so I could align with my classes. Transferred to Macquarie, ended up playing for Spirit because he also meant.
What year was that?
Paul Nicolau was the captain, so gone back like 2014 maybe. 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I played there 2015.
Maybe it was just before.
It must have been before that then. Because it was Tony Walmsley was the gaffer when I was there.
Yeah, he stepped down and
John
Dean Severa took over.
I must
maybe
have
been later.
Maybe it was a year later somewhere. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then I went I literally stopped for a year. And my brother was playing in Greenville, and they were like trying to avoid relegations. Like, come help us out. We got a decent bunch of blokes. So I came out of like 2-year retirement. I was still playing park, and then ran into Nick, and Nick was like, "Hey, I remember you from futsal, and you can still move about, but you can't play midfield anymore. Come back, come play in centre back for me at SD Raiders." And I was like, "Oh man, sounds like you guys are like onto a serious thing because you wanted to get promoted. You had all these things." And eventually, I just said to him, "Look, I'm happy to come back, but if I want to come back and play properly and train properly and do all this stuff with being a lawyer and doing all this like other life stuff, planning to get married, I also wanted to be a club captain and do some coaching." And he kind of said, "Oh, we'll talk about it later. Just come and
come and play."
And then the minute I started playing, he got me to coach the under 8s and 9s, and like a few of the boys are now playing A-League and out of that little team. It's just how life works. And then we ended up getting promoted, and I played till my knee gave away, and we played a couple of years against you. And
so what year did you retire?
The COVID year, second COVID year.
Right, okay.
I did my meniscus twice in the same year. And Nick also was at that point where he was like what I'm doing now, trying to kind of manage the whole club, and it was just getting too much.
Mm-hmm.
And he really wanted to focus on youth. And he was like, "Well, you've been coaching with me for a while. You know what the club's about. You've been here 10 odd years." Because I was here previously as well for a couple of seasons. It's like, I'd rather not look for another coach. You're the 20s coach now for 2 years. If you're interested, you want to take first grade. And I'm grateful for what he done for me, right? Because like, if you look at the league, when I was 34, 35 years of age, you ain't getting a League One job at 34, 30. Like, no one's going to give it to you without any previous first team experience, right? But because he kind of saw me coach for a few years and realised that I was actually passionate about it and could do all right, he gave me the chance. And club, to be fair, didn't ask questions of him. Like most other boards will go, "Hey, hold on, what are you doing? You're giving this to a kid, like." But they backed him first year, second last. It was tough, like one of those seasons where, and to be fair, look, I was expecting a phone call from him any minute to say, "You know what, mate, like we gave you a crack. It's not working out. We can come back and play. Someone else will coach." But he didn't, and the board didn't. Yeah, there was an article, Football New South Wales, that said like the following year, the only 2 coaches that survived was the coach that finished like second, and the one that finished second last. everyone else got moved on.
Oh, did they? Eh?
Yeah, and I think
That's mental.
having someone immersed in their job and actually being there every day and seeing what you do helped me, because he was there, come in the training session, sit on this platform we have at where we train, and he'll observe and he'll be like, "Mate, results don't speak.
How much work I put in?
Like how much work you put in and how good this team is. Like you just keep." And to credit, all the boys believe we're gonna get good. So even though we're losing, they're like, "It's just a matter of time, you know. Like just keep working." And then we ended up going fourth, seventh, second. Like it just got better and better, and we didn't really like change much. So it was just.
So hold on, what year? How many years have you been coaching them now?
This first grade, 5 years. My
Was that fifth year? Aye, fucking hell. That's a fair stint, that.
Yeah, but then I did like before then 2 years of 20s, 18s, the young kids, and I always coached when I was playing MPL 1 and 2. I always coached at academy. So Hector Martinez, that's how we met through futsu. He used to have an academy, and I was like 15, 16-year-old kid coaching in his academy. So I did a bunch of like one-on-one coaching.
Yeah.
And futsal, like Jaden, for example, I played futsal my like whole life since I was like 15. So he helped me in terms of coaching individual behavior, because it's much more individualistic sport to the degree. So then I realized that I could make a difference by improving individual players. So a lot of the times when we're discussing players to bring in, I rather bring in an unfinished product, someone I think is coachable and is willing to listen, because then I can sort of try to mold that player into a player that the team really needs.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going out and, you know, trying to spend big money on a player that's probably set in his way, and you know, you can never too sure how they're going to settle in or not, and how much you can actually make an improvement in their performance, right? So, yeah, and now I'm at a stage of my career where I'm thinking, like, even though my legal job is really good and it pays all the bills, whether, you know, maybe I take a career break.
Do you know what's the absolute worst, by the way?
What?
See, if you get something lost or damaged, especially in business-wise, and then you're not insured, it's brutal.
I'd recommend insurers. You can jump online, insurers.com.au, and get a free quote in 30 seconds. Or you can visit the link in the description box below.
From that, and just try to
Go for it.
push football, because every breathing moment I have spare outside of work, I put into
Aye, good on you, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So.
I think it's not just blowing smoke up your ass because you're sat here. We talk about it all the time. I think even last year, you play good football. Like, it's not like you go and you, like, in MPL 2, it was very, as you say, it was very direct, and you never really knew what you were going to get. The first year that I was at UNSW, when they got promoted, we played you at Valentine.
Yeah.
And you bopped the ball, like proper bopped it. I think you scored a goal.
Yeah, like play through
And it's literally your keepers came out. It started at the goalkeeper,
Set pass,
and it's
set
bang
pass,
bang,
switch,
and it's all of a sudden the ball's in the goal.
Yeah.
And it's like the boys obviously buy into what you're trying to preach, and it's a credit to you that you have got them playing in such a way.
I said that last. Up until we played against Manly, I was like, Esteros is probably I mean, obviously Appy and that are still obviously brilliant to play against, but I was like, Esteros was the first team we played against. I thought, fuck, they've proper played football here, because your pitch is big. There's a lot of space, so you can play. And obviously we were trying to play as well, so the ball's on the deck for a lot of the game. So I thought, when I was watching, I was like, fuck, they're good on the ball. I just felt watching you, the one thing he's missed was that experience 9, because I felt it with the spirit. The exact same thing. I felt we played really well our first 2 years, but we just missed a 9 to get, because like you were saying in the other games you played against Manly, I think you mentioned, where you played brilliant and then they got the part and score, and you're like, how the fuck's that happened? I feel like that's what killed us as well. It was like, you can play great football, but in MPL1 you need that 9, you need that someone just to score the goal, because you get punished so quickly. I think a couple of players, you've definitely, I think usually survive the first year, give yourself a right good chance to then strengthen the second year.
And it's it was a massive learning curve for me to kind of adopt to the level week in, week out. Obviously we had the cup run last year, we've been a few teams, and you can prepare ahead of time for those games, and, you know, get your preparation right, boys mentality, getting up for those games week in, week out it's difficult for a coach first year into that league, especially for our players. So while we performed well in some games, that team at least got 30% more improvement, and I think they'll be 30% better next year, just because of this year's experience alone.
Ah, definitely.
So if we can get like another 1 or 2 signings, I love my boys that've been with me through thick and thin, but I'm not trying to, like, you know, blow smoke up their bums, whatever the word you used before. But I legitimately think they're a bloody good side.
Yeah.
It's just we missed that bit of more clinical finishing and bit more aggression and experience at this level. That's all.
Yeah, Bears are definitely. I mean, regardless of what happens this year, well, I personally think he's a safe. But last 6 in the Australia Cup, safe in NPL 1. It's a good first year. Like realistically, it's a good first year.
Yeah, it is. But for us, like, even at the start of the year, our aim was to win the league, right? So it wasn't to come second or to make finals or to survive. We catered everything to try and win. Because I think if we're not doing it for that, then we're just another number participating and you drop your standards. So because of that mentality, I guess we've been able to highlight some things that we need to do a lot better. And we're able to highlight them quicker.
Yeah.
And the fact that, in our processes. But like ultimately, at the end of the season, staying up and making the round of 16 seems successful, right? Because that's realistic, but not satisfied fully with some of the way the season's panned out. But that's again probably been a harsh critic, and
I think it's also been very insular in how you think, because you often do that and then you forget there's another 15 teams who are.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's impossible for everyone to achieve what they're trying to achieve.
Right.
There's too many things happening, too many variables involved.
I was just laughing because I messaged you the other week. Saying like something about you have done well, it was a good result or something, and he messaged me back the most angry response I could get in a text message. He was reaching at the fact that he wasn't winning, man.
And they won again.
Oh, aye, but he was like, but we wanted to win the league, and I was like, mate,
yeah,
I literally said to him what you said. I was like, senior first year, just stay, because I feel that once you're established, you then have a bigger pool. Players will come that might not have come in the first year, and it then gives you that because you've become an NPL 1 side. I think the first year's one where some people will be scared to take a chance just in case you go straight back down.
Yeah.
Well, we're not naive in that sense. Like we know that realistically, being around the mid-table and being safe was going to be great. But yeah, you want to win. I want to win. Goz is a winner, and just touching on him as a head coach, as a player, and we've all played.
Yeah.
When your head coach doesn't have the proof to go with, what he's trying to sell, it's very, very difficult because it's always in the back of your mind. Even though I love what the coach is saying, he's never actually won anything or he's never actually done something. So it was imperative last year for me and a few other additions that we were able to get that over the line.
Yep.
For his sake. Because now we looked into this year and we now wouldn't know it works. Right? And I came from a successful season at Preston, just being a part of the coaching staff, and I didn't change anything. All I did was just relay the same message. So now we've got someone who's tried to instill that for a number of years, and then I've come in with the second voice with, hey, this actually worked. It worked for us last year. We got promoted.
Yep.
So there's that extra 10%. Okay, we've got proof. And that's, I think, when we were going through our trickiest moments last year, having that in the back of your mind, I think really helps. And then obviously in certain moments this year, it's definitely helped us probably to place us where we are as opposed to somewhere down the bottom and able, again, with the Cup 16.
The extra 10%, the extra 10% is enough, isn't it, to get you up?
100%.
What made you approach Geordie as an assistant?
Well,
Lamborghini.
What pack of skills you got here?
Well, the first, and this is the thing, like the first year I took over as a coach, he wanted to come back and play. And
You bust out laughing.
And also, you guys are all aware because of the previous podcast, he was going through some personal stuff. So in hindsight, probably he wasn't ready to fully play and commit. But I knew him since he was a kid, right? And I know what he could do. So for me, it was a no-brainer to bring him in. I added him in, and it was Mark Sindrick, which till this day I'm gutted that the bloke doesn't play for us. But seeing him around and his experience was invaluable. First season to a playing group, and then he went to Preston and came back and was coming back home. He just put in a call and said, look, you're thinking of adding any coaches in? I'm interested. And I've been following what he was doing at Preston. I'm coming back home. I would love to work with you, and we get along. It's a no-brainer. He's done everything in the game. A lot of the boys he's played either with or through like different football circles. He knows the club because he spent almost a full season before he went. So it's for me, and this is what happens in like outside of football in my legal environment. Culture is everything, right? Like if you can bring people in who understand the culture, who understand that, you know, SD Raiders trains in the middle of housing commission, where the minute you drive in, either you're seeing someone that's on ice, heroin, crack, or you can smell pot everywhere.
Where do you train?
Stanwell, it's Sadleir, just
Ashcroft.
Ashcroft.
Right, okay. Is that synthetic?
Yeah. Oh no, it's just a grass pitch, right? But
okay.
you gotta know where you're coming into. You gotta know that it's not what people make it out to be. Southern Districts is loaded up with cash and they have everything. It's not. Everything we have to build ourselves. The gym we have are personally funded out of my own money. Like things, we had to start from like absolutely zero to get it where he is. He was part of that. He's seen it firsthand. He bought into that as a player, so I knew he could buy into it as a coach. Most people that come in, the first thing we talk about is not how good they are. We score 25 goals. That stuff is secondary to, well, this is what we're about collectively as a family, as a unit. This is how we show up every day. You know, you come in, you shake hands, you sit down, you have a chat with your mates. You can talk about all this stuff. When football starts, we're talking about football, but you need to get to know people at a personal level. Everyone's got to clean the gym. Everyone's going to do all these little things. Because, and if they're like, oh man, I just want to play football, I'm not interested in that. Well, it doesn't matter how good a football you are, this is not a space for you, right? Mm-hmm. So he just fits into that naturally, and everyone else that we trying to bring in, we try to fit into that naturally, because then the football then becomes easy, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't feel out of place.
Yeah.
It's a very tight group. You would know within, I don't know, 10 minutes of being there, like, oh yeah, there's something different here.
Well, I think I always talk about environment dictates performance. I think if you're building an environment, what you just said you did, you built your environment, then once that's cemented, it takes a bit of time, obviously, getting the first bunch in and get them to settle, but you can quickly weed out the ones who fall by the wayside. As long as you get that core group and that grows and it compounds. But it's mad, that builds a culture. Like, all culture's a pure buzzword in coaching, like how you can build a culture. Usually it's just finding good people, give them the right environment, and then let them do their stuff. And it sort of grows organically. And I think in MPL, half the battle, you all know a player or multiple players who are like, oh, he's a cancer in the changing room, or he's a great player, but there's a guy, it's like, oh, you talk to him yourself and he's been to like 9 clubs, it's like the coach was a wank, or the coach did, I'm like, 7 clubs, every coach was a prick. And like, there's a bit of a pattern here, mate, like, come on, as much as I like you, there's obviously something going on there. And they're usually the players who end up players get fed up with them. Yeah. So you find good players. Like
sometimes as a person, as a coach or a leader, or just part of the collective, you wish you had like a camera on the wall and you can to record the behavior of some players like 5 years ago to now, and to see like the growth, improvement, maturity, the leadership they've developed through the environment we created. Like,
who's a player that stands out to you?
Oh, like two of the players I played with, like Seb Malfara and James Leder. Seb Malfara used to be a bloke who, and he will agree with this, who only worried about himself, his performances. I was a club captain. We'll argue in a field 24/7, backwards and forwards, just tell me off about something. If I ask him, man, you got to stop worrying about this. You got to tell this guy what to do. He's like, that's not my job. Like, I'm worried about me, man. I need to play good. I'm like, you're already a good player. He needs help. He would never understand that concept 5 years ago. Now, without that bloke, sometimes we're lost. Mm-hmm. And he's the voice. He's the leader. He comes in, checks if everyone else is okay. Became a great father, great role model, a proper adult. Someone that I know if I'm not there, if he's not there, we can leave him. James the same. They bought into thinking about we, not me, about herd mentality, about if we all align and believe in the same ideas, they're bulletproof. So I no longer need to reinforce certain messages. He doesn't need to reinforce some messages. Them two do it. Noah does the same. Mickey, Cooper, Lockie's, even though he's been there a short time, like these guys just get it why our environment works. And a lot of them come from other NPL clubs. They played at NPL clubs and it was more money and nicer things and better change room and all these things, but they just now get along. It's a tight group. And it's wonderful to see when you have. My first year Raiders, we had a problem. We had like little cliques, like 4 or 5 players here, 4 or 5 players there, and everyone's got their little thing. It was awful. There's no clique. It's 24 blokes hanging out.
And that's why they're doing well, mate. That's why, and that's why UNSW do well in my opinion as well. Just saw a strong core group of players. That's why Spirit did so well last year. There was something, I said this in pre-season, I'm like, I can feel something. Like you can just feel it around the buzz. It's like everyone's happy, enjoying and buzzing, regardless of how results are going. It just feels together. And it goes such a long way. You can't put a comment on it.
To play against a team, you can feel it. UNSW had that in spades last year. We knew we were coming up against a tight-knit group. And football fails some weeks. So you need something to fall
Someone
back
else,
on. And falling back on the fact that we were together, I think we just typified it with the Wollongong win on the weekend. Football
100%.
failed for us, and we just needed to find a way somehow together. And that's credit to what Nick and Serge started to build many years ago, and what God has instilled now.
So sorry, I just got a hypothetical for you, right? So it's
Here we go. It's late in the night, man. Don't make me think anymore.
would you rather? No, I'm not joking. So this hypothetically, recruitment is coming up. I'm just curious. So the window's coming up for the new season. Say you're going to be an NPL one again, and your man Rose is up for grabs, and he's like, "Guys, let's go for a coffee." Going back to your cultural comment, obviously you know Rose is a cracking player.
Yeah.
I don't know Rose for a bar of soap, but you're obviously in the front of your mind is still, I need to make sure he's a good fit. So what are you looking for in that conversation during the coffee to make sure he's a good fit?
I have like few questions that I ask off the first is about what they enjoy doing outside of football, what the family life's like, what they do for work, and what they expect on a first day when they walk into a club that they feel like they belong into. Because like they'll say everyone's chirpy, everyone's happy. I feel like I'm going to respect this who I am. People are going to get to know me, and then we'll talk about other things. Sometimes it depends, like the feel. I guess sometimes I let the player lead the conversation, and I have that before where the first thing they'll start talking about is money, and then they'll tell you it's not that important, but it is because that's the that conversation. Again, it's hard for me to move past that point because I just know from the start if that's the first thing in their mind, 23 blokes in there don't think the same way.
Yeah.
And we had years where he wasn't there during COVID where we couldn't pay people, so everyone had to take a pay cut, and people were to take $200 a week every week, so everyone gets paid regardless whether they're playing or not. Everyone put their hand up and they're willing to sacrifice their higher paycheck and some of the guys. That's the environment that we're trying to bring people in. So most of it's personal stuff, and then if the personal stuff fits, the other stuff will take care of itself. So if Rose said 3 or 4 things that my ears are like this.
Shut up, mate. It's all right.
My Lambo. I'm not saying it.
La 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 la. It's okay, mate.
Not that I have a Lambo, but if I did, I wouldn't be selling it.
So I was going to ask. Obviously, you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
How did you find studying? Where you obviously were so heavily involved in football.
Mate, it's an exhausting life I live. I can say that honestly. This morning I woke up at 1:30 and I went downstairs, cut clips for 2 hours, and I went back to bed. So
Cut clips, man.
it's and that's a true story. Like this few years ago, I had a Scottish player. He came and he stayed in my house because he couldn't find accommodation for a while. And you used to get up in the morning, like 3:30 in the morning. I'll be on my spin bike laptop and watching a game. The sound was like, "Don't you ever sleep, man? Like, what is wrong with you?" And I'll put on a suit and go. So like the time management has to be like spot on.
Yeah.
And so talk us through a typical day with guys.
I
know it's probably not a typical day, but let's just assume what's a normal day like.
5 a.m. wake up, some reading if I have the time. Get ready.
That's going to bed at 3 a.m.
Yeah, never before midnight, I'd say.
Right, so you're always up late.
Yeah. Then early work. Try to get through a busy day. Lucky I got like terrific staff, and my boss is really understanding of my football. He knows I love football, so I can get out early and then get to training. But then if I take lunch, I will either plan sessions in lunchtime if I haven't planned them on Sunday.
I'm just laughing, but like imagine being a lawyer, right? Big case and that karate turning. What you working? What case you working on? We're playing Wolves away this weekend, mate. Just,
honestly, like lunch hours, if I'm in the kitchen, there's a laptop, and they're like, he's probably doing his football stuff, because that's the only time I can squeeze in. And a lot of it is on the train, so train ride from out here to the city is an hour.
Yep.
A lot of like planning, cutting, watching is on the train ride. And then Sundays, like during the week as well, people go to bed, I'm up doing football. So most nights when everyone else is asleep, I'm up doing football till midnight. And to be honest, I've been actually very slack this year because of like personal circumstances and work got really busy. But I used to watch like between 5 and 7 full games a week on top of NPL football. So every spare moment I had, I was either phone, laptop.
I'm really slack because I'm not watching 5 to 7 games. That's mental, man.
And the boys will tell, like, when I first took up, I used to like cut all these clips from professional games, like Man City, Bus. I'm like, boys, we're trying to do this thing. This rotation doesn't really see our men sitting there like, you're a nut job. We can't do this. What's wrong with you? You're wasting your time. Like, everyone's looking at him like, this guy's got rocks in
I was a
his head.
prospect last year, mate. Any fucking chance?
Honestly, I did because I was just upset. Like, I was obsessed with it. Because I realized as I got older, you just get this wisdom from, I don't know where it comes from. We're like, I was a shit comparing how good of football I could have been if I actually paid attention.
I know, I think all the time, man.
I was the worst. I didn't understand any of this stuff. I'm like, well, now that I can see it, I try and help the others.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just goes nowhere. Sometimes it helps some others.
Yeah.
But at least I'm willing to do it. But like, I wish someone could set me down and go, hey, back in the day, it wasn't.
But it's like, there's not as much access, but back in the day, you only had like so many. The best coaches were in a professional environment. If you were in a professional environment, who's going to tell you that? It was like people's dads and that coaching.
Yeah,
just now, you can actually as a player just go on YouTube. I'm a midfielder. I want to play in this formation. Like, show me. You can go and chat GPT or Claude or something. Just go, right, tell me how to play this position. Then go and get fucking write a bit of code and get some video clip. Like, you can do anything you want.
Yeah, it's true.
The opportunity is mental.
So that was a long answer, but it's literally 4 hours sleep to 5 max, and the rest is just work.
Do you, and weekends, obviously.
Sundays, I don't try not to do football. I don't answer phone calls to football till my girls are in bed. And when they're in bed, if I don't fall asleep next to them, I get up, do a few more hours. Luckily, my oldest, she's 7 now. She plays for Raiders. She's a Raiders nut. I already indoctrinated her into the green. So we either watch her game and then we just sort of hang out. And yeah, it's been tough on family life. Well, he knows. Football's probably what cost me my family. I ended up getting separated and stuff because I was just working. Like,
Too invested in.
Yeah, so the football and legal.
It's two big commitments.
Yeah, it's not forgiving, you know. And
No.
you're always on the tools. Like, I could never switch off. I would switch off for 3 weeks off season, go on a family holiday, and then you just work, you know. And I come from a bog family, you know, from 5-6 years old. That's all you see, you know. Both parents working till, you know, from, as they say, from cradle to the grave. So that's all I know. And I'm almost 40, and I could never sort of relax because when I don't work, I'm like extremely anxious. I'm like, I'm wasting my life.
I know, I get it. I get
I
it.
understand
I get
that
it.
as well.
I get it. But I think we speak about this quite a lot. But I think in foot, I'm saying NPL, but amateur semi-pro football in general, all over the world, in my opinion, is one of the hardest sporting areas to play in. Professional sport, you get it, you're well paid, you're in a professional environment, it's your full-time job. The part-time semi-pro, you try and treat it like that's, you just want to have that same level of mentality because you still see yourself as trying to be the best. You want to live like the pros and feel like a pro and do all that, but you've also got a full-time job. Yeah. And yes, pros have still got families and all that sort of thing, of course they do, but you've got level of comfort with the wages you're getting. Yeah. And
the time.
The time investment, like and I say this all the time with boys, younger lads who I do S&C stuff with, and they're like, the physical side, and they're comparing themselves to pros. I'm like, mate, they're waking up, getting a breakfast at the ground, and then cruising to training. They might bust their ass, of course, bust their ass at training, but when they get to training, they've got the best physio in the world, the best S&C, the best nutrition, the best sports science, looking after all the load, no thinking about anything, just walking to the pitch, your boots, bust your ass, do your stuff, come back off again. Then, yes, you might do some extra stuff, but you're getting your lunch again there, you're not going home to cook it. Flip that, you're trying to keep that same mentality, but also jump on a train for an hour into the city, do your job, stress about work, obviously I need to pay my bills, shit, I don't know if I'm going to get enough money there, I'm not playing well at football, that's impacting me. And you've got no stress, no mental capacity to recover from that, because again, it's just stress. If you're not playing well, your team's not doing well, that's just shite. You're driving an hour to play an NPL game at the weekend.
Correct.
You're sitting 14th, there's no finals. What's the fucking point in this? It's fucking July, August, it's freezing. And you still turn up, you still do it, and you've got a gaffer going, fucking, you don't want it enough. You're like, I fucking do, mate, I'm here every fucking week. I'm fucking here every morning, I'm training my arse, I'm doing one-on-ones, I'm going to the gym, I'm preparing my food, I'm fucking taking a Tupperware to work, all the boys are slagging me. I mean, what the fuck?
It's true, man.
And that's just the players. And now from the gaffer side, I obviously see Perco's a lot of similarities to, I know he's not in law, but he's got a full-time job. same thing. He's up and watching games of football non-stop, same thing. And I'm sure a lot of gaffers are, but seeing that side of it, like how much commitment. And I'm just talking about gaffers and players. You look at the guys doing the kit. You look at the
everybody.
it is mental.
I know.
There's so many unsung heroes. I think that's why I'm blowing smoke up our podcast. I love to see the conversations like this with ST Raiders, Mounties, like the details. You don't know how much goes into the background. Like you talk about how much emphasis goes into the culture, and then mentioning two boys by name in terms of how much it shaped them as a person. Like, how else are you supposed to find out about that?
Oh, of course.
How much effort people are putting into it, and how much football's shaping their life. And often NPL gets a lot of negativity because it's easy to be negative, but fucking brilliant, man. Brilliant. The amount of work and effort and commitment. But to your point, if you want to be involved in it properly, man, the amount of commitment you need to have is
correct. And that's the thing. Like, if you want to get better as a coach, as a player, you need to put in time. Like in any
Real
job,
time.
not just football. So you just need to put time and like consistent effort. So if I was gonna do this, and I'm the type of person that he knows, I don't do anything half-assed. Like if I'm into this, I'm gonna give it my all, regardless where it leads me. I just want to know that I'm not a guy when the change room is looking at you let us.
That was you.
Like,
Yeah,
it's not going to be me. It doesn't matter what I'm going through or how involved my job is. Sometimes I'm going through like $100 million mergers. At the same time, I'm talking to somebody about not getting paid, but a paycheck from the club's been missed for $200. But I take them both just as seriously. Right?
Of course,
that's my.
it's a relative, isn't it?
Correct. So you just have that's just the mentality. And football for me has always been it's a game that can teach you how to be a proper man, right? And in terms of accountability, discipline, honor, respect, responsibility. My first job as a lawyer, I got purely because of my footballing experience. I had zero experience, went for a job interview that it was a post-admission experience of 6 years as a lawyer. I had zero, zilch. I walked into a Greek guy who was a manager, and he saw on my CV going, "Oh, you went to Greece to play this Vodafone Cup thing. How was that?" And I told him all about football, and he listened to me talk about football for 2 hours. And he was like, "Man, if you want the job, it's yours." I'm like, "But you asked me a single legal question." He's like, "I don't care. I can teach you how to be a lawyer." He's like, the passion you have about what you want to do and how willing you apply yourself to walking time, knowing to all this stuff, like that's all I look for. The technical stuff I can teach you. So football has opened every single door in my life, and taught me everything I know. So it was always so hard for me to give it up, even though my professional career in law has just like always been going upwards. But I knew it was going to be taxing on me physically, mentally, but I couldn't, because I own something back to the game, and I know how beneficial could be to others if I gave them the same opportunity, right? So,
it's interesting for me, right? You talk about your upbringing was obviously moving around, and it was very difficult for you, but those are still your fondest memories. Is it important to you that you keep enjoying it, that your players keep enjoying it, and it's always positive experiences? Because it sounds like football in what was a very difficult time was your kind of release and your happy place within the chaos, let's call it.
Yeah, it's funny about the fun thing. I think after the first game against Sydney FC, we lost 3-2, but it was like a fun game, and the UBR, United by Football, interviewed me on that thing. I said, "Oh, it was fun. We had a great time. I saw plenty of positives. We're going to keep winning." And apparently I was mocked afterwards by some of the other coaches in the league and players going like, "Fun, what a loser. What's he talking about? Fun, lost 3-2. The game's about winning. You're only successful if, you're getting wins on the board and stuff." To some extent I agree with, but also I wouldn't, if I'm just making money but I hate my job, I wouldn't do my job.
We were talking about this was it last year on the podcast or off air? I was talking to you, I was saying like how in football, like you forget at some age it's almost someone teaches you to stop being fun, when it's like if you're laughing at training or it's like you're not taking it serious. It's like, what do you mean? It's supposed to be fun, man. I'm not saying I'm not taking it serious.
Of course.
Ronaldinho used to piss himself laughing every game. He was not making people so at the Bernabeu. Like I don't get wrong, I know there's obviously it's all relative to the situation, but there's a point where people try and make it not fun for you as if it's a bad thing to not enjoy it. It's like, it's just fucking brilliant.
That's why people start playing the game. Because they love the game, and it's fun to them. Like, it's
most of our blokes are grafters, man. They're like plumbers, electricians. They're working from sunrise to sunset, straight from job sites. If they get there and it's not fun, I'm not paying them thousands of dollars. So I can't keep them. They're not going to, like, it's too hard if I'm just getting flogged. It has to be fun games. They have to have a laugh. They have to enjoy themselves, because that's what brings them back. It's not me paying him $400-500 a week. He can stay extra an hour at his job site and make that, double that.
I know I talk a lot of shit, by the way, but if there's one thing to believe is on is where to get the best Savlaki.
Where would that be?
Savlaki boys in Marriottville, next level.
To be fair, I've been there. Savlaki boys have put together a champagne pack. In the champagne pack, you get Savlaki, lamb Savlaki, chicken ribs, pita breads, halloumi, dip, and it all comes in a nice wee Savlaki boys cooler bag.
So just ask for a champagne pack when you go to Savlaki boys in Marriottville. 100%. I actually think that as well with players looking for clubs, and I see this to some boys, mostly lads who are sort of in transition, and they're going, I'm not saying any clubs' names, but I might go from one club to another. I'm like, okay, why do you want to go there? They're willing to pay me X, and it's like $400 more. I'm like, right, well, you start weighing it up in terms of cost. Like, okay, what is it actually costing you? Like, okay, financially, okay, money in the bank, but then you got time, travel time, whether it be enjoyment. Let's say, like right now, it's pre-season. Football's always amazing at pre-season. Yeah. It's Sydney summer. There's new signings. Everyone think they can win the league. Brilliant. And when I say it's a new chapter for me, here we go. Get my wee cheeky Instagram post up. Get the clock pending. The countdown, loading,
the big unveil.
Performance loading, season loading, and then okay, well, let's think. Wait till June. It's fucking pissing rain. It's wet. It's windy. You're no playing. Your team's not doing well. But the money in the bank at that point means fuck all.
Yeah,
like, it's way more to it. Obviously, if someone's going, I was on $200 now on $2,000, like, okay, fair enough, it's going to make a big difference. But very often players are making decisions on, I was getting paid $900, now they're offering me $1,200, and it's like, man, come on.
Do you need that $300 for
that much
what,
like
to sacrifice
the
what
fun,
you sacrifice?
the fun part of it, like you're playing with your mates, it's not too far from your house, or even if it is, it's like, how much of a dip? You're going there 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
It's a big chunk of your life, and I was saying this at the weekend when we drew Olympic. I came off and I was talking to Alex, our assistant. I was like, man, it's actually mental how much emotionally I'm just on the sidelines. I'm the fitness coach. Like it drains me. I'm like,
sad,
it's
man.
mental how much just consumes my life. And my favourite part of the week every week is game day. Whoever I'm involved with, like, I fucking love it. As soon as the league game's finished, I'm looking at the league tables, I'm calculating. They've got them to play next week. What's their running like? I'm doing I'm a fucking Rain Man trying to work out goal differences and who they're playing. And that's me. And Sunday morning you wake up first thing I'm doing, like, if you win, I'm shooting highlights, watching all the things on Instagram. If you lose, I'm like, I'm not checking that. Fuck that. Raging. I'm like it's amazing. I said that to Per Kirsten. Per was like, it's so brutal, but it's amazing. I'm like, I know.
Yeah,
it's so fun, but it's so brutal, man. It consumes your whole life.
The highs are so high and the lows are so low.
I know, man.
But it's brilliant. What a sport.
I know, it's the best. And the last question for you, Mr. Figon. I spoke to you about it briefly off air. I think that we always see videos of you addressing players. Like, was one at Landon. Was it Landon Stadium? There was a point at Landon. Was it maybe last year?
Blacktown, I think.
Yeah,
it was.
Blacktown.
That was one of those games.
And then there was one again the other week. Was it maybe after the FFA Cup game?
Right.
And I feel that when the camera captures you talking to the players, it's always very raw, right? And it's always...
I'm ready.
There's a guy in the back door.
And the players are completely engaged in what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's I think it's a talent almost to be able to speak to people in such a way. Where does that come from? Like, did you have someone that was that to you, or like, because not everyone can do it. Do you know what I mean? And you're still quite a young coach, learning your trade, as you say.
32.
You're learning your trade, but you just have a way of speaking that I think is really quite impressive from the outside.
Yeah, where I come from, didn't really have too much of that as a player growing up. I certainly liked having conversations with my coaches. I was always very quiet, and I'd love the coach to pull me aside, and if he wanted to berate me, I would take that on board. If he did it in a sort of a bigger setting, you'd lose me a little bit. That was just my character. And I guess it comes from understanding my role as an assistant coach. I think one of the first things I was able to pick up my first years was you have to understand that you need to be okay with no. Because if it wasn't no, you'd be the head coach, right?
Yeah.
So I was able to learn that very, very quickly. And then obviously moving back home and working with someone that I think I mentioned on the last podcast. I met Goz when I was 14 years old, when he had his arm around me when we were playing futsal first grade together. So he's really given me a platform to sort of express myself. And my job, I solely look at my job as being as close to him as possible and sort of plugging in where I think he'll miss, because it's impossible to see everything.
Yeah.
And I think he might even tell you that from when he first started, he wanted to see and control everything. And I think as the years gone on, he's understood that the people around him carry some value and quite a bit of importance. So I guess plugging in to where I think he needs and understanding him as a person, and you got a good insight as to what he's like as a character, and we're very much the same. So when we have those moments, I did that sort of last year before every game, where I would sort of pull the players in, and I did it after the game, and it worked really well. As I was saying to you off air, didn't really get the response I wanted this year, so I decided to take a step back. But he's always been in my ear, encouraging me to get myself involved, because he's obviously pushed me to be a head coach one day, and I think I need to understand the moments when to speak and when not to speak. A classic example was on the weekend. Sometimes I'm the first person to talk at a halftime chat, but I gauge of what he looks like and what I think he's thinking.
What it looks
I
like.
don't always get it right. But sometimes I do, and particularly on the weekend, after spending 20 odd minutes talking about tactics, he needed another few minutes to himself to kind of gather what we needed to do to win. So I just used my raw emotion to fire the boys up. And I think when you speak from the heart and you speak honestly, I think you get a better attraction and you make a better connection. And there's no bullshit, absolutely no bullshit. I don't pre-plan anything. I very much played off the cuff, and I coach off the cuff as well. So whatever I think and feel in that moment, I try and portray that as best as I can. Definitely getting better at it because I'm doing it a lot more. But yeah, so it's not something that I'm like inspiring to me, but I feel as though that's just part of my job in getting something out of this group.
Yeah.
And as a collective staff, maybe at another team, if I'm a head coach, someone else is that person. So understanding the dynamic of where I need to to put my foot in and where to take a step back. So it's like I said, sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Thankfully on the weekend it did.
It's good. I think it seems like there's a good balance though, do you know what I mean? I think that you've got it in you to lose your head as well.
Yeah. Well, it gives me an opportunity to gather my thoughts when I get in there while he's engaging, because players will tell you often what's wrong. Like they'll feel things on and you saw it in prime example of the World Cup. Messi and Paredes or telling Scaloni what they're feeling on the field that he missed and how they could fix. So while I'm trying to work, I'm sitting there like a school kid with my board. I have a tiny board playing in the background. So I'm like trying to figure out what we're going to do. He's in there going, what do you guys think? What do you see? Okay, great. Well, this is what we're seeing. Guys will tell you in a second how we're going to fix this. And he'll fire off a few things, which before I'll have to first, not I have to, but that was my process. I'll go and ask all this stuff. While at the same time, I'm trying to
get your own thoughts.
It's like sometimes you miss heaps of stuff. So it works well when he comes in. He knows sometimes when I'm pissed, he'll be like, "Oh, he's gonna give him a spray." So he'll just
no tactics today, guys.
I'll wait outside the table.
and it also works quite in reverse. If he goes in there and just goes like mental, because we don't tolerate like just not competing and just physical upper being rubbish. Then I don't have to do that. I can just go, okay, he said what needed to be said. He's a bad cop for the day. I get to try and just sort of tweak one or two things so we can try and improve the performance tactically. And it's been I'm a control freak by nature. Like people say Virgo perfectionist. It is true. Like he fucking obsessed over everything. So not having to think about that before you walk in, and that he can just walk in and take that on, and boys respond well to him because he's good at building those relationships and trust. It makes I can focus extra time on tactical side of the game, which is pretty good, pretty helpful. Yeah.
We want to, coaches, you want to try and attack all angles.
Yeah.
You want to try and hit it from
I need
all
a
sides.
team.
And one person can't do it
That's
all.
right.
I think that's often with any team environment in the world. business team partners, whatever it might be. You're always looking for. It's easy to go away. Oh, you're classed at this, and so am I, and you think it might work, but basically it doesn't really work. Then it's like, well, I'm shite at this, but you're good at that. You do the shite. You do the thing I'm shite at, because then we actually cover all areas. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And I think that's why at professional level we've got so much staff now, coaches, because it just removes all those decisions, many decisions.
That's right.
It removes fatigue from the gaffer, so he can concentrate on the one job that he's got.
His job,
his job, but assistants do their job. Set pieces now getting taken off the coach as well. So it's like, okay, what should just fucking manage your team, mate. Do your magic, more energy.
Well, we were speaking about this Memento Brisbane Raw, Michael Volcanis, until the last component, which was like a game 11v11, which they were doing like playing out, pressing sort of behavior and actions and triggers. Everyone else ran everything else, and then when there was a break and they needed to do like a set piece thing, he'll be like, call the coach over, bang, run this side, run that side. So he only managed a very small component.
But he's across every detail of every single component.
Correct, but he was like, well, this is my time when I'm going to hammer all these points. I'm not getting distracted by the wall. I'm not getting distracted by this, because this is the key part of the session where the most learning probably is going to happen collectively.
Yeah.
So then he's on it and he's rehearsed it, and it was brilliant, right? But
I also think that's a lot of that comes down to voice. So as a player, if you hear the same voice all the time, you eventually switch off to that voice. Whereas if you come in moments where it's really important, it tends to stick a bit longer, because you're not just hearing it all the time. Yeah, it's useful, man.
Well, I think coaching, obviously we've all played, but when you're a player, younger player, it doesn't matter how old you are, and then you get into coaching, you go, oh, that's why the coach spoke to me like that. Oh, that's why the coach made that decision. You're like, if only I knew that at the time, but it's never going to happen.
And you never appreciate the amount of work that coaches need to go through, and the amount of detail and time spent away from the football pitch that you as a player never have to spend that time.
No.
You just turn up at football training, you get a rubber, whatever you need from the physio, you get strapped, you go on the pitch, you go off, you forget. Whereas coaches now talk about the session, then they talk about the next session, then they plan the next session, then they get there, they set it up, and then like now going into game day, there's a million decisions that are made before you get anywhere near the football pitch. Yeah. And players don't see any of it. They just think they've got a coach just turn up and put a session on.
Yeah.
There's so much more to it, man.
I will also say and I'm happy to admit it. When I was one of them, because of lack of confidence, you think, I need to be involved in every single thing, and you start off being just in the 18s or 16s, you're by yourself, so you do everything, right? So that's what you learn, and we're all creatures of habit and behavior. So like, when I get into first, I'm gonna do the same thing, and like, I need to go in and do the passing as well, because if I don't continue on this, I'm not gonna be able to deliver. I'm not gonna be confident enough to deliver the last part of the session. Yeah. But as you grow as a coach and you learn things, you're like, actually no, I'm confident enough that if I'm stepping for 5 minutes, then I still can get what I want out of the session, and probably better than and empower people around me to jump in and also learn and grow and deliver their part. And that requires confidence in your own abilities, but it also requires you to learn and not doubt yourself, which all of us do. Like, I'm as a coach, I always think, am I good? Like every weekend, whether we win or lose, I'm like, well, man, was I good enough today? Did I make some mistakes? Like,
and it forces you to trust. It forces you to trust those people around you, because, as you say, you need to trust that he's going to deliver it the way that you would like it to be delivered, but still doing it your own way. But the messaging has to be the same. So then I think that's a hard thing as well to build and almost let go of something, because it's you're giving someone else responsibility for
your
something.
Name's attached to it.
100%
wrong. So like, and I've always told him, man, like, I want him to progress. I think he's a phenomenal person. Forget about the football, his personality, and again, you got an insight as to
he wants a Lambo as well.
He wants it.
I'm out of supercars. I have no supercars. There's none left.
And you want to see people like that succeed.
100%.
You really want to see people like that succeed. So, I try to be my best so that his name's attached to that. Yeah. Because SD Raiders getting promoted, the head coach is there. Yeah. SD Raiders making the round of 16, the head coach is there. And I like the fact that I'm in the background of that. Right. So, and for me, if he was to get an A-League or go to Asia or get somewhere in a professional environment, I can sit back and say, yellow Lamborghini. But
what happened to black?
That's two now. I could sit back. I was a part of that, and I contributed, in some 100%. Aspect to his success. Yeah. So, and ultimately, the people that we involve in the club have the same mentality. You know,
Yeah,
we want
nice.
everyone to succeed, not just one.
That's
One
good.
or two.
Good. I think it's good. Sort of to wrap up what we've been saying is just there's a lot of movement in NPL coaching circles and all that sort of thing. So, and I think what we're talking about, I'm sure a lot of coaches in NPL from every single, even association football, will talk the same way and have the same idea. But to do it over a long period of time and actually have the culture embedded, because it does take time. At the end of the day, it takes a long time. And I'm going to refer back to Spirit again because obviously I was involved in that. But that was like a 10-year project. That wasn't like a 2 or 3 year. I think it was a long time. And Esther's might go on the same trajectory. Who knows? But often you look at Seka at Marconi. He's been there for a long time, and obviously from NPL 2, NPL 1 up, and now the Oz Championship final. These things take time to really build the success and the culture and build it in.
That's why I always say, like people say, oh, bad coaches. It's not that simple, man. At this level, I don't think there's any bad coaching. Just whether you have the right environment, right backing, right resources,
There's a lot of variables.
and time, then to like trying to build what your vision is and what your philosophy is. Because there's a million ways you can win a game.
Aye.
A million different systems, it's just whether you get to sort of build that idea and people back that idea and then to fully showcase yourself. So some of these guys who lose jobs after 12, 13 weeks and like, oh, he's a terrible coach. And
It's mental.
Man, you can't, like that's
You can't
such
judge them
an
on
offensive
that.
thing to say. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
You can't.
Especially the work they put in, as I said, behind the scenes. You know they're grafting their ass off, because we've all seen it. And they go like, they've lost their job and they've put all that time in. And then you go online and you've got some guy who probably's never even been to a game, watched the 2-minute highlights a few times and been like, shite.
He was terrible at this. Yeah, it's true, man.
Bad day predictions?
Predictions.
Ooh.
So last week, Harry get 5,
Whoa.
Griff get 4, I get 7.
7's not bad.
7.
7's decent. 7's
And you
decent.
get 5.
Wow.
Still, have you tallied them up yet? No?
Nah, I'll put it in my tick.
Aye, tally it up.
So we'll start with Manly versus Olympic.
Hold on, just quickly, I remember. Did you check the table who won the fantasy
Oh
football?
no, I completely forgot.
We've completely forgot about this, but we've not forgot about it. Whoever won the fantasy football will win a prize.
I will your prize.
I've just completely switched off about it.
Okay, I'll do it for next week.
Signed SD Raider shirt if you need it for your prize. But
And a Lamborghini.
this one's in red. Better markers on it. Better white marker. It's pristine.
Manly
Olympic.
and Olympic.
I want to go draw.
Oh. I'm going to go Manly.
Yeah, I'm going Manly because Daniel would kill me if I said otherwise.
Manly.
Idiot.
Maybe then I'll say it again.
I put St George and St George.
It's
Fixtures.
Sydney FC. It's not SFC. You got them there. St George SFS. SFC.
St George FC are playing Sydney FC.
Yeah. That's what I think you had in there, didn't you? St George,
Nah,
Sydney
St
FC.
George versus St George. This is St George Saints
Oh,
versus Sydney FC and
Yeah.
St George FA versus Sydney United.
yeah.
So I will go Sydney FC.
Yeah, I'll guess Sydney as well.
So this is City.
No, this is Saints.
Sydney FC.
Sydney, yeah.
I want to go Sydney FC. Aye.
Sydney.
And then St George FA at home to Sydney United.
Sydney United.
Sydney United.
Me too.
St George.
Oh.
Because they in the first fixture they had that 5-4-1 block and Sydney attacked and they couldn't break it. That was a 0-0 game. I'm pretty sure.
That was
Right,
I.
okay,
Was I
yeah.
remember that game actually?
Yeah, and it was on at Sydney United. So I think
Sunday afternoon.
Pencils smaller.
Yeah. Actually, put a draw.
You can't change it.
Oh, settle down, man. You're not the referee from the weekend. Huh? Come on, man. Even he changed his mind.
Wolves at home to Blacktown City.
City.
Yeah.
Blacktown City. I'm going to go as well. Aye.
Me too.
Blacktown.
Oh, I think Lockie Scott will still be out.
I don't know. I think Blacktown's hit the groove.
NPL 2, Northern Tigers at home to Blacktown Spartans.
Ooh. I'm going to go draw.
I'm going Spartans.
I'm going to go Spartans. I think it'll be a close game though. Very close. It could go either way.
Yeah, Spartans.
And then the next one, Bankstown City at home to.
Is that a home game back? They
Bankstown.
both play
Both
that?
play at Jensen Park, aye.
Oh, I'd love to have went to that, man. Fucker. I'm going to go Bankstown City.
Bankstown.
Bankstown, aye.
Thanks, down.
Berries.
Oh, City Life. Gee, what are you talking about?
Draw for me.
Draw.
Chaz, I've stayed home.
What? I know.
What?
This is the next. I've not done you
Oh,
yet.
aye, sorry, aye. Where you going?
You're going back to City. I'm going back to City as well. So this is interesting as well, by the way. So Western City Rangers came off the bottom of the table. They're 4 points behind Dully,
Oofed.
and they played
Yeah.
Dully this
Who's
weekend.
the Dolly's old gaffer?
Don't know who it is.
Nah,
Brazilian guy? Portuguese guy?
Yeah, Portuguese guy. Yeah,
Aye.
the old gaffer went to. He's the head of football at
Sydney
Sydney.
Uni.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, Tony.
I'm going to
Um,
go Western City Rangers.
I want to go draw.
Uh,
No, I want to go Dolly.
I'm gonna Western Sydney Rangers. They signed like Chen Yel Chen,
Yeah.
Tiffy. They signed some big players.
Ten
out
team
there,
big
man.
players.
Away. The away team.
MacArthur Rams at home to Hurstville Zagreb.
Rams, I want to go.
Rams.
Me too.
I'll go Zagreb, like Alandra hat trick, and if he does score, he plays for Raiders next year.
What colour's his Lambo?
Sometimes I queue outside this thing.
Fucking hell, man.
Someone's gonna come and rob my house, but get into my garage scenario. I'm looking for Pacific cars. I'm driving a Hyundai, you bloke. Settle down.
Sydney Uni at home to Mounties.
I want to go Mounties. Still can't see them losing.
Yeah.
A bit hungover probably, but
I'm going Sydney Uni.
I'm going to draw.
what, do you know what they did after the game? Mounties, no?
No.
Party?
Do you know if they
No
went out
idea.
or
No.
anything?
They
Surely
must
went
have.
out.
There was bottles
What
of
do you mean?
champagne and everything
They
in
were
the changing
sculling
room.
bees in the celebration
Yeah.
video. They're like, "How's the promotion? How's it taste? Promotion?" Or something like that. It looked funny actually. I'll go with Mounties.
How's it taste?
Promotion. Bankstown United at home to Granville Rage.
Rage.
Rage for me.
Rage.
Yeah, Rage actually. Yeah, they signed some decent players.
Yeah,
Aye, did I?
Mm,
Jamie Masson went now.
yeah, he's a good footballer.
It's
Very.
good, aye.
Hawkesbury at home to Parramatta.
Parramatta. Seen Dara scored again at the weekend.
Yeah.
Hawkesbury.
Hawkesbury. And then Fraser Park at home to Gladesville Ride Magic. Fraser.
Fraser.
Fraser?
Yeah.
Done?
Right, boys. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed that, lads.
Yeah, I
Quality.
did enjoyed it. Thank you.
Brilliant. Cheers, lads. All the best.
Yeah, good actually, man. Yeah. Thanks for having us. What was that guy's name you said? The gaffer was the one.